whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. It's one of the most exciting Saturday evenings I think I've ever presented here at JM. I am past myself. I am totally and utterly chuffed to me toes to have your company this evening, because yes, it is happening. We've talked about it, gosh, almost as it'll never happen, but we'd like it to happen, and yet today it's happened, moment in time. It's the real deal, and it's yours tonight. Natural scorpion red spinel. Brand new, never been seen before, and the chances are it will never be seen again. With the quantity we have to allocate, it is a limited edition strand. With everything that we're going to give you, and I mean we're going to put everything we have available, because I think if we didn't, there would be a rebellion here at JM. We are offering this with the maximum quantity, which actually is not going to be enough. First come, first served is the only way to identify this. We're going to do it. We've ummed, we've ahed, we've deliberated and contemplated. Are we going to do it? Pre-order event. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh yes, we're going to do it as a pre-order. Yes, we are. Yes, Deb Rudge, we are.
That's good.
The Deb Rudge is in the house.
That's good.
Now, Deb Rudge has even been outside with me filming this here strand in the sunshine.
It's breathtaking in the sunshine. Just the colour,
Never
seen sparkle,
and we've had
everything.
Spinel, but this is the only scorpion red. Now, scorpion red for us as gem lovers, gem collectors, it's that, well, it actually also, it dates back to the 13th century. So we're talking about, you know, this is the colour that has been almost not hierarchy, but has been held in such high esteem for not just decades, but for centuries. This is the colour. This is the collector's opportunity you can't afford to miss out on. It's the one and only chance you're going to see. I believe this will be a first and only time on air opportunity. It is going to be available for pre-order. We're going to give you a countdown for the pre-order event. You've got 30 seconds, and we're going to give you 30 seconds before we open this for pre-order. I'm not going to tell you the price tag. That'll all happen in the actual live show, and that's going to happen at 8 p.m. this evening. What I can say is that it's a double figure price tag. I can guarantee double figures. If I guarantee double figures, you're probably going to make the assumption, as it is the one and only Scorpion Red, and it's natural, that you're thinking this is going to be £99.95. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
No, I have no idea, but I think it's going to be up there.
If I tell you, it's nowhere near.
Is it not?
Nowhere nowhere near. If I tell you could buy multiples and still be under £100, not just 2, but you could actually be purchasing more than 3 of these strands and still be under 100.
Really?
It's one of the biggest showcase offers. Saturday night has never ever been so good as this evening here on JM. Thank you so much for tuning in. Right, we've got a countdown. I've got the boys, 10 seconds. They've just given me a countdown. 10 seconds. And this is the live launch for pre-order. I'm guaranteeing. Do you know what? I'm going to do it straight away. I'm going to guarantee that you're going to be under £30 on this deal tonight. May as well put it out there. 3, 2, 1, live show pre-order event, guaranteeing. Okay, I've already got queues on the phone lines. I've already got people allocating. This is pre-order siren going right now. Pre-order availability. And I will tell you now, once this quantity is allocated, we have no expectation of being able to access this opportunity again. This literally is a world exclusive for us. This is a brand new opportunity that heralds some of the most sought after from the 13th century. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about the colour that even in decades, centuries of gemstone appraisal, this is the colour that people talk about, scorpion red, and this is your chance to get hold of it. Pre-order is now available. I've put it out there. I've been a little bit risque with the whole putting it out there, as is my want on a Saturday night. Well, that's what I like to do. Don't know about you, but we're guaranteeing under £30. That's where the deal really, really makes us stand out against anywhere else, I think, in the world for this grade of natural red. It's a big deal offer and it's yours for the taking. Don't miss out. Pre-order, I can tell you now, already 15 allocated, and that's just on the web. We've got form buys coming through. You're holding on the lines, on the phone lines. Be patient with us. Your call will be answered. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. Guaranteed under 30, brand new, launching live, world exclusive. We're talking about natural, and that's the biggest word that makes me excited, natural, in your scorpion red Spinel, and that is a mere 2 hours away. But before that and between that, we've got big deal offers. Shall we have a siren for under 10 as well? Why not? It's a different kind of siren. It's the kind of siren that I'm used to hearing as I'm driving along the road. No, not really. We're giving you a guaranteed showcase of under 10 here on the channel today. And I have to say to you, we have to say big up to the kits tonight. Oh! In fact, tell you what, Leah, just show one of the neckline pieces from the first kit. First kit, we're going to show you one. Oh my life. This, just one of the beautiful neckline pieces you could be creating from kit 1 today. Our kit coming your way in the 7 o'clock hour, and the lovely Deborah will be joining us, offering her expertise, her fantastic inspiration, and most of all, her beautiful hair as well. Gorgeous. I have to say, Leah's in the house tonight as well, and Leah is going all turquoise on us. There's Leah. So put it together. Colour. I mean, it's quite, I feel, to be honest, a little bit of a heel. I feel like, you know, I'm letting the team down, you know. I should have gone pink, shouldn't I?
Yeah,
like
you should have done.
Neon pink. Yeah. But I didn't. Under 10, and we're going to whip through these deals. They're going to be on, they're going to be gone. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. It's the way we like to start our Saturday evenings. We start not with the film Fast and Furious. That's not the way we start. Fast and Furious deals is what we start with. Where shall we begin? I think we start with a gemstone that I can hardly say, let alone offer for under £10. How do you fancy a strophalite? Yes, collector's gemstone, a strophalite in the luxury of a single cabochon. We have got here this lovely internal texture. This is a great piece if you're looking to set on an elongated cord. You know, maybe a nice leatherette or a leather cord. You know, something a little bit more contemporary going into the spring and summer, you know.
Or just on a torque necklace and
easy.
Just that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think the nicest thing about stones like this is the individuality of them facilitates quite a simplistic style. It actually holds its own in that way, doesn't it?
Well, it's really strong, isn't it? As a shape and as a gemstone with those quite graphic lines on there in the patterning. That's beautiful. And
the size of it's just going to really hold itself on the neckline. It's got a real drama about it. £11.95 is not under £10. May I just justify? £11.95 is the price you should be paying. The actual price you're paying, oh, it's guaranteed under 10. Everything we're putting to wear, we're guaranteeing under 10 within this hour. So please, just remember, first come, first served on everything we're offering, especially if you're multi-buying tonight. You know, we have a lot of people who multi-purchase, especially on Cabochons. When you've got the freedom of getting something so individual and something unique to work with for your gemstone collection and your jewellery designs, this is a real treat and a half. Whether you're going to use it, landscape, perhaps on a cuff style bracelet, which would look pretty dramatic, wouldn't it? Or whether you are going to go, you could go for a nice feature, couldn't you?
Yeah,
you know, those are the kind of pieces that these days sit very well within your fashion as well as your boutique jewellers. Fabulous price tag, limited stock available on this deal. So see it, want it, go, go, go. £8.95. Hang on a minute, we were already under 10. But you know what? Why not go to Bargain Town tonight? Oh yes, Bargain Town is in the house. £5.95. We like a bit of Bargain Town, don't we? It's yours for the taking. Nothing changes to the quality. The only thing that's changed is the price tag. And all you pay is just £5.95. An absolute treat of a size and an individual quality. I've got lots of people holding on the phone lines. Congratulations if you're already there and joined us on the web. Check out your baskets if you're there in East Sussex, Surrey, Cheshire, Yorkshire. Congratulations to you. Everybody pays the final price. We should have been at 11 and then we dropped to 8 and then we finally dropped to 5. So I mean, in all honesty, we're pretty much as close as we can be to halving the price, slicing it straight down the middle. And if you like the idea of half price deals, first kit tonight, 7 o'clock, half price.
Is it?
Straight down the middle.
Oh,
The price is half. I've done maths and everything today, Leah. Yes, yes I did. Gardening, that's another thing I've been doing today.
Oh.
With the school. Got ground force team. All of the all the parents and all the kids came together. Did a ground force team for the gardening area. Like this. Truthfully, got in the car. And you know when you kind of go, oh, I'm not sure whether I'm going to get out the car because I've used muscles that I've never used before. I'm not an Alan Titchmarsh. What's his name? Titchymarsh. what's your Titchymarshy?
Titchmarsh.
That's him.
Yeah.
I'm not him. No, definitdefinitely not.
No.
I'm not. What was the lady who used to help him? Charlie Dimmock.
Yeah.
Definitely not her. Straight on. We're moving on. I made myself laugh there.
You've been out in the sun too long.
Far too long. I've been gardening too, it's gone to my head. 2 to 4 mil rounds that you have here. Oh, I tell you what, talking of the sky blues, we have had some beautiful blue skies over the last few days, haven't we? Well, I'm certainly hoping that you've had blue skies as well. And this has got that real crisp summertime quality. What? We are, right, stop a moment, right? I'm embracing the fact that we're advertising under 10, right? I would like the graphic on top of that to have the word clearance or silly pricing or bargain time. I mean, come on. It's not just, that doesn't really do justice to what we're doing on these prices now, does it? We went 11 to 5 in the last piece, and now we're going, just dropping straight down to £4.45. That really is an extraordinary, and look at the length of the strand. Look at how long you're getting, 30 centimetres. On and on and on we're looking at here. Look at that. Angela. Oh, Vicki, you're getting into trouble early tonight. Well, you know, I like to get them in early on an evening shift. It's better that way. An amazing treat that you have. And got mine, and Georgia, love black spinel, but this red is amazing.
Yeah,
I have to say, I think if you put it with black spinel, I think that's got to be one of the most extraordinary combinations. I think black spinel with that colour of scorpion red, it's going to be out of this world. It's amazing quality. That's to look forward to. I just thought I'd show that against the neckline. I just thought, you know, for a bit of summer colour,
yeah, it's lovely.
it really does have that crispness about it. Maybe if you broke it up with something like a nice classic white pearl, you know, just to get that elegance. Perfect, did you say?
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
£4.45 is all you pay. A real treat. Adrienne's just got in touch. She says, "Oh, Vicky, I've missed you. You're so funny." And put a smile on my face. Laughed at the Charlie Dimick with you there. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely... Let's not even go there. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on from that one. £4.45 is all you pay. I love the glow to apatite. You know what else has got fluorite? Fluorite's got that real glow about it.
Yeah,
that real luminosity almost, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's gorgeous colour. Fabulous. Let's go straight on to... Oh, yeah, let's go for some big tiger's eye. Now, when you think of a full strand like this, I guess in some ways you think of it as a strand, but in all honesty, in the gem trade, you wouldn't see a strand of gemstones. You'd maybe buy a parcel or a single stone. But when we see them in strands, I think sometimes we forget that they're individually noteworthy. But you couldn't forget that with this strand, because every one of these has that stop and stare quality. Every one of these, and it's double-sided. I'll twist them around so you can see. It doesn't matter how you look at these, each one of them is absolutely stunning. I love the fact that you've got that almost a little bit more puffy quality. It's not a flat, can you see? It's a little bit more rounded quality. Because you've got that, it means that you're getting much more of that texture towards a cabochon, rather than a bead. There's much more of a feel to that quality. But again, you know, that was number one, but let me show you number two. Let me show you number three. Every single one of these, every single one on both sides is absolutely original. I mean, absolutely magnificent. We're going to keep on going down so you can see. Not one of these, not one of them is going to let you down. I'll show you both sides again so you can see that individuality and that unique layering, almost holographic. Look at that one. That's a nice one. But it feels like it shifts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It always reminds me of sand dunes. You know, when the wind just hits the sand dunes and there's that ripple.
With the shadow and the sun. And,
yeah, it really has, especially if you have it on the horizon like this, where you've got that movement against the actual stone itself. Glorious. As I say, every single strand is different. Now, take a look at how many you're getting. Look at the quality of each one of them and then guess the price individually. What would you pay individually?
Oh.
Because I know of places you can go to hobby and crafting shops where they sell single stones. They don't sell strands, they sell single stones. And they charge you, what, £4 or £5 for one?
Yeah.
For one! Not for a strand, for one. And let's put that into perspective. How many are you getting on this strand? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 for £7.95.
That's amazing, isn't it, really? And when you actually start working with them, they're going to go such a long way, because they are all individually statement pieces. Each one of those could be a ring on its own.
Absolutely.
Quite easily.
And almost in the same sense of, you know, when you wear your jewellery, people love to go, "Oh, that's nice. Could you make me one?"
Yeah.
You could do that
Well,
16
actually,
times
I
over.
can.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yours will be totally different to the other person's based on the pattern and the texture.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, you will have that ability to multi-create.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes this such an exciting prospect. For less than 50 pence each. Again, going back to your hobby and your crafting shops, you know, what they normally do is little boxes, don't they? And you can pick a gemstone or pick, you know, beads, etc. out of boxes. Right? They are individually priced. They're not going to be individually priced for 50p for this kind of quality of tiger. I can't think of anywhere that, you know, in terms of that type of environment, retail outlet environment, that would do something of this size and quality for 50 pence each. You know, we're doing a whole strand of deluxe opportunities, and that's £7.95. Sometimes we see the strand instead of seeing the individual stones, but that gives you some real principle. 50p each you know, again, when you've got friends saying, can you make me one? You know, sometimes you go, well, actually, I'll have to charge you because it'll cost me so much money to make the piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, it's 50p.
Yeah.
You spend more on the vending machine, don't you?
And sometimes it's hard to get exactly the same size and shape of a gemstone, but you've got those there ready to go.
Literally as a
Perfect,
pattern,
yeah.
but with individuality.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Nice.
Great quality. Congratulations. Right, now obviously we've had the glow of apatite. Now, we've just talked about the fluorite glow. Well, if I didn't tell you this was fluorite, you'd know it anyway, because the fluorescence, hence where the name derives from, the fluorescence or the glow of this gemstone is undeniable. Love the shape of these. Really like that individual shaping. Most of the big traders at the moment and the big jewellery houses are embracing natural shape to their gemstones. They're almost stepping away from the high faceted stones, and they're really embracing the naturalistic qualities of gemstones. Natural gemstones and natural shaped gemstones are absolutely the way to go these days. I've spoken to 5 or 6 different traders who were out in Tucson and at the Hong Kong Gem Fair, and they're all saying the same. This kind of form and this type of opportunity of working with these natural forms, shapes in particular, very, very exciting for the gem world at the moment. You've got here 240 carats of your glowing colour. You've got your greens, your turquoises, your purples, your pinks. I love the fact that there's that full mix of colourway. Whoa, I've only just noticed the price tag. I've literally only just noticed the price. I was too busy looking at the colour. I was right in there, and I was right in that.
Oh.
And that's not even the drop price.
Sneaky price, Phil. Sneaky.
Sneaky Phil. If you don't know who Phil is, maybe I should introduce him. I mean, imagine if you just tuned in literally at that time. Sneaky Phil. Good on, Sneaky Phil. No, Phil is a. Where is he?
Where?
Oh, there he is. We can just about see it. Was that you trying to act sneaky? Were you going for the soap awards? That's it. Oh, sneaky Phil. We can't see you.
Eagle
Do it again,
eyes
Mike. Mike, do it
action,
again. Do it again. Oh. So if we've got sneaky Phil, what have we got with Mike?
Phil.
I'm not going to answer that one. I'm not going to answer that one. I'd get into trouble
Almost. I almost answered. I'm not going to do it.
No,
though.
we're not going to. We're not going to. We shan't do it, Mike. He's running
gone.
away now. £2.95 is all you pay. Absolutely magnificent price tag. Huge congratulations. Pauline, Karen, Pamela, Janet, you've joined us. Amanda's multi-purchasing. Beverly's multi-purchase. Janet, great to have your company. Got buyers in Manchester, East Sussex, Surrey. Lovely to see that you're joining us today. Everybody pays the final low price, and that price tag, what a corker, £2.95 is all you pay. Now we've got another steal of a deal coming your way in another rather gargantuan length of a strand, isn't it?
That is massive.
I like the fact that instantly Phil feels, I feel like he's now got he's found his edge. He's like, well, if I'm going to be sneaky, I shall tell you now that it's not a massive price. Not that he spoke like that at all. Not suggesting that it's not a massive price. He didn't do that. I merely interpreted that's what he did. Or did he? You have here your irregular plain drops. These wonderful drops that you have. You see, again, it's about creating that natural formation. You know, the teardrops have got some kind of symmetry to them, but actually totally individual shape and form. And that works really well for designs. Often is the case, you know, you can get the symmetrical, but in all honesty, if you want something to be individual, to have that natural form and that individual, you know, shape, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, but it works really well for flowers as well, with top drilled drops that are all irregular because it's more petally.
Absolutely.
That's
And you've
a
got
word.
here an absolute storming deal coming your way. You could buy 2 of these strands and still have change from £10. So if I mean, really, by advertising under £10, we've almost, I would say, underestimated what we're about actually to do. You know, you could buy, 2 of these strands. 2 of these strands and still be under £10. And of course, if you are buying for the first time today, perhaps you're just tuning in, maybe you've been out and about and you're just joining us this evening. Good news is your posting package is paid for the whole day. So if you did join us first thing this morning and you bought from us, then you add into your order. And if you haven't, we're with you through till midnight that you can add to your order to. We're with you through till 10 live, but we do continue on our broadcast, so you can keep on adding through till midnight tonight on that single posting packaging. Plenty of chance for you to be able to do that with these kind of deals coming your way. £3.95. Posting packaging is just £2.95, and I think in some ways, when you start to think about, did you hear my story about I got stung with my postage and packing?
No.
£29 for postage and packing for 10 paper cups.
What?
I still even feel, and that was like February, right? I still feel physically sick when I think about it. I've left the invoice on my kitchen, on my fridge door. I've left it so that I'll never make the same mistake. It's because I'm so used, and obviously I work here and I'm used to going, 1 postage packaging, it's a great deal, it's £2. Like, I forget other places don't have the same scenarios as we have. Didn't even think about, bought paper cups for my son's birthday.
It's not even heavy.
Right, not even heavy.
Not
that
even
was my
heavy.
point. So I even sent an email going, it's not even heavy. The email back going, weight is not an issue. Thanks very much. Yeah, 10 paper cups. There were yellow paper cups.
Oh well, there you go.
Premium,
Yellow costs
premium
extra.
on that. Yeah, genuinely £29. Whoa. So you don't have to worry about that here. £2.95 whole day for £2.95. Right then, let's keep going. What shall we do? Let's shall we do the Marcasite? Because these would be classic for wristwear, stacker bracelets. Oh, I like this strand.
Yes, I like that
I don't think
strand.
you need to do a lot with this type of gemstone. I think genuinely for me, a stretchy bracelet of this type of stone is just so workable into your stackers. Now you wear stackered layer bracelets,
I do.
don't you? And so see,
Loads
I
of
never
them.
used to.
are you
Until
doing
about
it
2
now?
years ago, I hardly ever wore bracelets at all. And then I started, and now I love stacker bracelets.
Yeah, it gets addictive.
Yeah, and now you can really play. If you've got I've got 2 or 3 that I always wear.
Yeah.
And then I add different ones, like this one. I'd add texture and a bit of something different, you know, for an outfit.
Depending what outfit you've got on.
Yeah, exactly. Or hair colour, as your
Yes.
case may be. And I think the thing is with this type of strand, it can hold its own as you see it there, but if you do want to perhaps stack it alongside other colours or other gemstones, then it would work very well indeed. This is a fab strand. I need this strand because I like it a lot. You could make a minimum of two wristwear pieces and maybe even a couple of pairs of earrings with this one strand. Now obviously £12.95 is a great price tag for Marcasite, especially of this size. Marcasite normally comes in at your maximum of ½ mil, so this is quite significantly larger than your average. This is an 8 mil Marcasite, and you've got here all of that glorious metallic quality. How do you fancy the lowest ever price tag? Are you up for it?
Ooh.
Why not? Should have been 12. We go to 6. That's the way we do these deals. And I think, you know, because we've just dropped that price tag, you know, we've just talked about doing wristwear, but what about getting 2 strands and making matching neckwear pieces as well? And you can do that with these kind of prices, can't you? Oh, I like that against the neckline.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And it's nice and cool. It's because it's got a metallic edge to it, Marcasite. It's cool against the skin, and you know, spring and summer, and obviously the last couple of days in particular, hopefully preparing us for a nice barbecue summer. That's what we're looking for. If that's the case, nice and cool against the skin, this gemstone. Got that nice, it's got a weightiness to it, but it's very, very cool. $6.95 is all you pay. You know, the interesting thing when you're wearing genuine gemstones and working with genuine gemstones, they feel so different to synthetics.
There's
the
weight of them.
Yes.
And
temperature.
the temperature, definitely. The way they move and the sound as well.
There is something really, and for anybody who's already into jewellery making but you haven't actually tried us out, there is a real opportunity here, especially at these prices, to really give us a go, for us to show you how great it is to work with genuine gemstones, but at nominal prices. I mean, you can spend £7 and buy, you know, a handful of your synthetics. Now, we offer you a whole range of varieties of Swarovskis. We can give you plenty of those kind of opportunities, but if you want to work with genuine gemstones, we really have got the most exceptional inventory. We really have got, I guess that's one of the most exciting things about buying from us is that we have such a wonderful arrangement of genuine gemstones for you to work with. And if you haven't tried us out and you would like to, good news is we offer you a 30-day money back guarantee with everything you purchase. So even if you're buying in this moment, within that, oh, I'm going to try them out, I'm going to say, you've still got 30 days once you receive your strand to then send it back if it's not right. I genuinely can't imagine you doing that, but at least you know you've got the option. And if you are just getting started and you've never made jewellery before, well, we also like to support you. We offer you a free welcome pack. Within the welcome pack, you get a whole host of goodies that really introduces you and almost embraces you into our passion for jewellery making. We give you a free hour-long DVD that gives you step-by-step instruction. We give you a manual. We give you project cards. We give you free tools as well. That's what made even better. Free tools, and all of that comes if you make a purchase of £4.95 or more. Totally free welcome pack if you spend £4.95. So if you bought this one strand of Marcasite and you thought, right, I'm just going to make some nice stretchy bracelets, I've never done it before, but I think I could do that. Well, I tell you what, you will get that welcome pack. You'll be making way more than just stretchy bracelets before the end of the day, that's for sure. So if you would like to try us out, why not give us a go tonight? Why not give it a chance? And for £6.95, what are you missing out on? Well, I don't want you to miss out on anything, and I'm definitely not expecting you to miss out on this next deal, because it's one of our most popular gemstones. It actually was Cleopatra's all-time favourite stone as well. And I think, you know, when you think about it's one of our still most popular gems, it was very, very popular in the Egyptian times and it's never lost its kudos. You know that it's not the type of strand that therefore should be under £10. But it's under £10. These rounds are stunning. Now, there is no surprise, excuse me, there is no surprise that this is a gem strand that has been exceptionally well received. We genuinely do not need to take this gemstone to the price you're about to see. But the word star buy is not just a word for us, it's action. It's something that we want to embrace as one of our ultimate price points, one of our ultimate deals, and that's why we're about to show you a price point that has no relationship to the quality. The colour of these is absolutely textbook, and you know, you see this colour and you can identify instantly. You know, when you think about, you know, the pictures and all of the images that you see of Cleopatra with that bright blue eye makeup, that's the colour of this gemstone. It was actually this gemstone that created that eye makeup, and you know, that purity of blue, that vibrancy of blue, this really does have that impact, doesn't it? And I mean, because this has got that dye quality, you really do embrace that richness and that luxury against the skin. Looks fabulous in these classic rounds. They're 4mm, and I think again for a 4mm to hold its own in this colourway, it's pretty amazing. You have easy wearability. This is the kind of strand that, I mean, even if you just had a simple pendant just dropping from a chain of stones of this size, or perhaps if you wanted to maybe do some nice drop style earrings, or you're utilising this as a spacer against a larger design of gemstones, this could really hold its own in so many ways thanks to the size.
I think with the red Marcasite,
Yes.
using it as spacers, because you've got the metallic element going through both,
Yes.
would work really well.
The nicest part about this size, the 4 mil, is that we often talk with such kudos of the 8 mils, but actually the 8 mils is just a size-based great variety.
Yeah.
But actually the 4 mil can be so much more as well, can't it? Because it can be a
Yes.
spacer.
Yeah.
It can be perfect for a drop style earring in a larger way because they're lighter. It can be a great spacer, but it can also be a focal point if you're looking for a little bit more of a delicate
If you
design.
build it up as well, so you can create a beady bead or a ladder weave bracelet or something with them. 4mm is my favourite size gemstone.
It's interesting, isn't it? I think because we all wax lyrical about the 6 and the 8 mil,
Yeah.
but really the 4 mil is so versatile,
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
a workable
It is.
strand for your collection. And we're going to give you the chance to be able to have access to this deal right now. Straight down, start by Bargain Town.
Ooh.
Oh, that's seriously naughty. £2.95 is all. I mean, now you know we've just given you the option of using them as spacers. We talked about making earrings. We talked about having them as a set. Look, you could do all of those because you just need to multi-purchase. Surely you're not just going to buy one strand for £2.95. Surely this is the opportunity where you now go 2, or let's get 3 strands. You know, let's make a piece of jewellery that people go, can you make? And you can go, oh yes, no problem, because you've actually multi-purchased the opportunity. Congratulations to collectors joined us in Newport, Sonia, Pauline, Susan, Karen. I was just wondering, because of the size,
Ooh,
maybe you
that's
would want to do
pretty.
a nice collar.
Yeah.
You know, almost make it a cuff. You might want to add a nice little silver. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, boys. I just need to drop this for a second because I've had an idea.
Oh.
I know it's dangerous. Dangerous. She's had an idea. Hang on. Look. Just going to do it like this for now. What about that?
What? Oh, pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
That's really nice.
Isn't that gorgeous? Now this is part of a findings kit that we're going to do as a clearance event later on. It's going to be a really special clearance opportunity. But I just think that as a cute little addition, that would look really lovely, wouldn't it? But I was thinking if you made this into a choker, like a double-stranded choker, if you needed to buy, you'd probably need to buy 2 of those strands to make this happen. But I was just thinking that, and then.
Yep.
You see that? That's quite cute, isn't it?
It's very glamorous, actually.
Thank you. I wear it well.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I wish I did. £2.95 is all you pay. Congratulations. How do you fancy we do an add it to your order event? So you've just got the lapis lazuli, but how do you fancy multicoloured lapis alongside it? Now I'd actually call this chrysoprase. I'd call or would I call it malachite and lapis? Because you know these are pseudomorph gemstones, don't you? That they can blend into each other. They just change, almost like polymorph. They're not polymorphs, but they are pseudos of each other. They're pseudogems, which essentially means that they have traits
similar
of each other. Yeah, almost like non-identical twins.
Yeah.
They have the similarities and they have the abilities.
What is it? Familial qualities or
Let's
something?
say that, yes.
I can't even say it, so
I
let's
have no idea what you said, but yes, let's say that. But they have the ability to have more than just one visual impact.
Right.
Because they can change, they can morph almost into different looks, which is really essentially what you're looking at here. You've got the potential to see the different qualities in each one. It looks like it's a combination of malachite and lapis lazuli in this strand. It goes very nicely with the lapis lazuli alongside it, doesn't it? I'd just mix those up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd even do some kind of torsading. I'd do some nice twisting so that you just got that almost the crescendo of colour, the waves of the blues against the greens. That's really nice, isn't it?
It
That's
is, yeah.
lovely.
Or actually do a 3-strand choker. So have multicolour down the middle and then the blues on the outside.
Yes, nice.
That'd be lovely.
You just need to multi-purchase. I think that's the thing. You've got the 4mm in the Lapis Lazuli as our star buy. Now you've got to add to your order, and it is just one post in packaging. We're doing it as an add it to your order price tag, £2.95. Match that deal and get as many as you need. At these kind of prices, you may as well multi-purchase. I mean, I always think there's times when I've looked back and I've bought one strand, kind of knowing that I'd want more than one strand, but only buying one, holding myself back, and then I look back and I kick myself. I hate it when I regret. I probably hate it more than not getting is when I buy something buy one strand and then kick myself that I didn't buy more than one.
Well, it's almost taunting you, isn't it? Because you've got the one strand in front of you,
which
going,
was an amazing
you want
deal.
More.
Yeah,
you want more. Whereas if you haven't got it at all,
it's still
not
gutting.
You've still got that feeling of but it's almost taunting you when you've just got the one,
and I think that's the thing.
You should have got
especially when it's
two.
£2.95.
Yeah,
it'd be different if it was £295. That's a totally different ballgame.
Yeah.
But at £2.95,
it's almost not. I mean, you can spend that on your Sunday papers quite easily, can't you? By the time you've bought a couple of papers and stuff.
All right then. I don't even remember the last time I bought a Sunday.
I never get time to read them.
I didn't.
I
remember a hard-boiled my egg, and I sat there and I laid back and I went, "Darling, get the Sunday papers."
Breakfast in bed with the papers, as if dream on.
I said to the children, "No, it's not the time. I've got the Sunday papers to read."
I can dream.
I like it. I like a dreamer. Congratulations to Lincolnshire, Yorkshire, Merseyside, Hampshire, Bridgend and Bedfordshire. I've got buys joining us in the Rhondda and in Norfolk, Yorkshire, Devon and Lincolnshire. Nice to know that you're joining us this evening. Hoping that I'm finding you well. Don't forget, not that you would forget, Scorpion Spinel. World exclusive from us to you tonight. This is one of the biggest coups. Totally natural. You see the colour and you won't be anything other than guaranteeing that you don't miss out. I've already guaranteed it as a pre-order event for under 30. I've already said it's good. I said double figures, but actually most people were texting and going, yeah, surely this is going to be £100 of X, double figures of 99.95. So I felt like I needed to justify what double figures actually means. Under 30. Can we just show it, right? Because I think if you haven't seen it, because I'm not suggesting everybody's seen Scorpion Spinel. In fact, this is the first time we've ever. This is Scorpion Red Spinel. That colour is sensational. We've never, and this is absolutely guaranteed, we've never had this kind of bright red before, and this is true textbook Scorpion Red. Do your research. You can talk about this kind of colour and you talk about this kind of gentleman, Richard Wise, and he's a gentleman who I've genuinely read this book forwards and backwards because it's such a great book. I'd totally advise, if you're interested in gemstones, The Secret of the Gem Trade, The Connoisseur's Guide to Precious Gemstones by Richard W. Wise. It's a brilliant book, and he actually talks, and I'm just going to read one thing just so you can know how rare it is. True reds, those gems with 10% or less orange secondary, are without question the rarest and most sought after of all spinels. See that colour again? We'll play it again. I'll read it again. Without question, the rarest and most sought after of all spinel. That's what you're talking about there. That's the quality that we have, and it's totally natural. I've checked all of the certification, the lab testing. This is natural Scorpion Red. And if you've got somebody like Richard Wise, who I would say is probably one of the most noteworthy professionals in the gem trade right now, if he says that this is without question, look, it's not even that he's saying could be seen as or probably is, he said without question the rarest and most sought after of all spinel. That for me, that's why that can't be anything other than a sellout deal tonight. tonight, you are getting something extra special, and it's guaranteed under £30. Under 30?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Awesome! It's awesome. Right, let's go on to a little bit of Swarovski. But these are not just Swarovski. You know, the interesting thing about it for me is that you instantly say the word Swarovski, and the people's attentions go, oh, Swarovski, oh, and people perk up, don't they?
Yeah.
But if you think Swarovski, you also think it could be quite a considered piece of jewellery if you're buying it from a retailer on the high street. You can spend a lot of money with the branding of Swarovski attached, because Swarovski has got such a great quality of finish. Aesthetical value absolutely guaranteed. What about one of these for less than £1.50? A Swarovski pendant, and you're going to get 3 for less than £4. That works out at less than £1.50. It is fair to say that that is obviously a clearance price tag. I think that you didn't even need us to say that, did you? But that means, because you're getting 3 of these fabulous pendants, I would say it's a pendant and matching pair of earrings. That's what I think. You've got a suite of jewellery ready to be made. I mean, if you get something simple as like a shepherd hook, like so, and you just add in that shepherd hook to the earring. Hang on, let me hold it up properly. Apologies, that's my fault. There you go. Just like that. Doesn't need anything else, does it?
No, it's perfect like that.
And sometimes you just need to let the gems...
You don't need a jump ring, you don't need a chain, you don't need a
just let it do the talking.
Nothing.
There's your earrings. Do the same, maybe just add a jump ring. I'll show you what a jump ring is if you're watching for the first time. This is a little jump ring. Add a jump ring, like so.
That recording.
And then all you need is just a chain. That's all you need, just a chain. That's it. And you've got yourself a necklace and a pair of earrings. Yep. And job's done.
Easy. Quick, easy make.
And if you went to your local retailer and asked for a set of earrings and a matching pendant of Swarovski quality design, you would have to pay a significant amount of money, because you're paying for the brand, you're paying for the quality, you're paying for the aesthetics. That you can make for yourself for £3.95. It is still Swarovski. That is absolute fact. This is Swarovski. We can't say it unless it is. This is the real deal. You are in ownership of not just 1 but 3 of your Swarovski double drop designs. They're classified as pendants, but they're more than just pendants. They could be earrings. They could be perhaps a little charm to go on a little bracelet. I mean, if I just got this little chain bracelet here and I just put it there, imagine doing a little Swarovski charm bracelet with just that as the addition.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be lovely on a summer's day, wouldn't it?
Absolutely,
just, you know,
perfect.
a really simple look, but it's going to catch the light. It's going to be a little bit of a boho movement, because it's going to drop around, isn't it? You could work this really stylishly, and actually what you could start to do is then build upon it. It could be a whole Swarovski charm bracelet by the end. You know, you just start with that as your initial, and then you can add on additional pendants and charms as they come your way. £3.95 is all you pay. Congratulations, Denise. I've got collectors joining us in Newport and in Lanarkshire. Hello to Zena joining us in London. I've got Debbie there in the Midlands. Pamela's in Yorkshire. Sarah's joined me. Congratulations. Is it Sarah or is it Sarah? I always, when I see an S-A-R-A, I'm like, is it Sarah or is it Sarah? It's a... I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but I hedged my bets and said both. £3.95 is already paid. Congratulations. An amazing quality here. Now, I can't even remember the last time I saw anything like this.
No, it's been a while. We had loads at once, and then nothing for...
That's always the case with the gem trade. We often get asked this, and it's one of those. The gem trade is not your average retail environment at all, and trading in it is like being on a roller coaster ride. I mean, honestly, but being on a roller coaster ride blindfolded, because. I know that sounds quite scary, doesn't it?
That's horrible. No.
My children made me go on a ride when we went. We took them to a big park in Paris with a mouse that has ears like that. We went there, and my children took me on this ride, and you're static, and it goes 3, 2.
Static?
Right, you're static and you're literally there,
Oh.
right? And then all of a sudden, and I'm not joking, you go from 0 and it's then...
No.
No. I left my whole body in the station. It shoots you off. I think it's the Aerosmith, whatever it is. Oh my goodness me. I came off and the kids were like, shall we do it again, Mum? I was like, no. This is, and I stood in the whole time I stood in the queue with the kids going, just so you know, this is Mummy's ultimate show of how much I love you. I'm stood here because I love you. I'm not stood here because I want to. This is merely, I'm sacrificing my being for being... That is a metaphor for parenthood. That is very, yes. I like that, Phil. And you have here your luxury. We haven't seen this for ages, but it really does look fabulous when it catches the light. Hematite, again, another lovely feel against the skin, very nice and cool, but this almost has a disco ball effect thanks to the faceting of these individual rounds, really catching the light. But if you see it on the wrist, in the movement that you get, the colours are just fab, almost like a peacock's plume of the blues and purples and pinks, really moving well. And if you do like your pearls, I always think that this gemstone works really well with pearls of the peacock variety. You've got here 400 carats in your 9mm rounds. Looks great, doesn't it? Looks even better when I tell you the price tag. I thought that's what Phil said, and I was thinking, I think he might have just said $4.95, but I went to say it and I thought, no, can't be.
Not gonna say
Less
it.
than £5. You could buy 2 of these strands and still be under £10. I mean, that really does make a difference, doesn't it? Especially when you just see the easy style of what a 9mm could be. And we talked about the benefits of working with the 4mm earlier on.
Yeah.
9mm almost has that it just pushes you to almost a single stone requirement, because the 9mm is large enough to hold its own, isn't it?
And I always get excited when I see a gemstone that's in an odd millimeterage.
Yes.
Because we don't usually see them.
No, we don't. We do 4,
It's
6 and 8, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8,
Who do
10.
we appreciate? Yeah.
Yeah. Jewellery Maker!
Hey!
So when you see like a 5mm or a 7 or a 9, that's when it gets exciting, because you can just put that in to the middle of a whole load of beads of an even number, and it stands out. It's a focal point. It pulls your eye in, draws your eye into that point, so you can almost subconsciously direct the viewer
The eye, yes.
to a point that you want to direct them to,
And
which
the
is really
nice thing is that with 9mm, you really have got that especially with
You've
this
got
type of
impact.
stone, you have impact.
Yeah.
And I always
Yeah.
think when you see a strand, we sometimes forget you don't have to use it as a
Yes.
strand. You can
Yeah.
a 9mm is a single stone impact stone.
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah,
and that
yeah.
means you could be making 20, 30 pieces of jewellery
Yeah.
with just each one being an individual focal point on. I mean, these days, single stone neckline pieces are
Yeah,
all
just
the
on a
rage,
single
aren't they?
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, suspended.
And you
done.
could do that easily with this
Yeah.
type of look and be very, very successful because of the shape and because of the actual gemstone itself, because it is hematite, because it does dance in the light. You've got all of that facility. £4.95 is all you pay for this fantastic 400 carats of your blue colour coated hematite with your faceted rounds. All yours for the taking. And now then, we have to just remind ourselves, we are maybe about 5-10 minutes away from launching our first kit of the evening with a guarantee of half price offer. Guaranteed straight away, putting it out there, not even a holding back, we're guaranteeing 50% off. Oh yes, so we've got big... Now obviously Deb didn't know that, and nor would you expect that with the luxury of the combination that you have within this. And I have to say, that neckline piece that you've made, that almost chokers... I mean, in its own right, that one piece of jewellery, I think you could double the price tag of the kit just for this one piece of jewellery. I think you'd agree. That is amazing. I can almost imagine that. You know the film The Great Gatsby, and
yes.
whoever the lady was, who was the main star, beautiful lady, and I've never actually seen the film, but I've just seen loads of photographs, and there's one photograph, and there's a photograph, and she's holding herself like this. I could almost imagine that's the neckline, because it was almost like a peach bodice that she wore, and I could imagine that being the draped necklace. It's got that.
Oh, nice.
That looks that expensive to me. That's Hollywood luxury, and yet the price of the kit, we're guaranteeing it's half the price it even needs to be for our pricing.
I would never guess that it was going to be a half-price kit.
It doesn't have that vibe about it, does it?
No.
It's pretty amazing. But before that, we have a very big deal for you for one of our all-time favourite gemstones. If we've done lapis lazuli, well, there's only one other gemstone that sits at the top of the charts pretty much consistently. It's Labradorite. Well, it's a pretty special Labradorite strand, this one. I love the fact that because they're faceted round, just like with the hematite, you know you've got that quality individually on each one of the stones. Nailed, totally nailed. Oh my life, this is a great example of why we love Labradorite, because you've got these stunning individual impacts. I mean, you know, every single one. Now the thing is that every single one will have that lightning bolt effect of labradorescence, but in different ways. You know, if I rotate each one, you see this one's got those yellow tones coming. Can you see there? And the other one beside it is almost greens. But that's what makes it interesting. Every single one will offer you something different, but it will be totally unique, and that's what makes it so successful. This is probably one of our most popular of strands in terms of gemstone quality. This is by far, in terms of topping the charts, gemstone desire, this is the top. This is the one that nails it. And I think because we love working with gemstones that make you stop and stare, because as a jewellery maker, you take pride in the jewellery that you're forming and creating, that you do want somebody to go, oh, I've never seen that before. Wow, that looks amazing. Labradorite facilitates that moment of somebody going wow to your jewellery because of the labradorescent qualities, because of that something different. And this is a very special deal. We are preparing ourselves for our half-price kit. So how about we prepare ourselves by doing a half-price Labradorite deal? We should be at $9.95. We slice that price tag straight down to $4.95. Just like that, we're offering you less than that. That means now you can buy 2 strands and still be under £10. You can multi-purchase and know you've got yourself an absolute steal of a deal. The only price tag, or the only time you're going to see this price tag is now at £4.95. Cannot guarantee this price tag again. It is first come, first served. An amazing treat. And again, you know, go back to that size. The ratio of the 8mm for Labradorite is it nails the labradorescent quality in the round, doesn't it?
It gives you the space to be able to see the light play, doesn't it, really? So I love Labradorite in the bigger sizes.
Yeah, I think Labradorite almost comes into its own in those larger sizes, doesn't it?
It does.
It really does just burst with that, as I say, I often call it the lightning bolt effect, where you've got that storm grey cloud and then the lightning that just flashes through the stones in something special. A magnificent opportunity that we have for you here. A real treat and a half. I really have to say, everything about this gem strand is saying to me, get it home and see for yourself what labradorescence is and why it's so popular here with us. If you've never ever worked with this gemstone before, please do know this is one of our biggest selling and certainly one of our most in-demand gemstones. And if you don't know why, all I can say is seeing is believing. Get hold of this gemstone, use your 30-day money-back guarantee. And the nice part about this is this is just the way that you can start creating your jewellery. A lovely way to start, and we will offer you a free welcome pack if you buy this, if you're watching for the first time. Straight after the break, you like half price? We've got more half price. It's the kit.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack, which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
I'm not being naughty, no phones in the studio and all that.
Not being naughty.
However, this time I've got a good reason. No, Leah, don't tell me off.
Leah wouldn't tell you off.
I'm going to show you. This is in the sunshine. It's the weirdest photograph ever. However, this was in the sunshine. Easy for me to say. Put my teeth back in. This was me in the sunshine. We wanted to see this Spinel, you know, in natural daylight. And obviously, it's just a camera on a phone. But look how bright that. My neck looks stupidly long. My neck.
It's a go-go gadget neck.
I literally do have go-go gadget neck.
It is.
Because I watch. I do this. Ready? That's what it looks like. I took the phone thing. It was my built up a photo, and I looked at it and just went, "Oh my gosh!" Like I know I don't have a long neck, but then hang on, that does. It literally just looked like I've grown like. photograph because I've got a go-go gadget neck. I'm actually showing you because of this, because of the colour of this. Exactly. Look at that. That is a truly exquisite, bright red gemstone, isn't it? Against that very long neck. It's a very bright. Hang on, let's
It's
just
an
get that.
amazing
That's
neck.
better. That's it.
Look,
it's amazing.
look.
It's an amazing neck.
It's an amazing neck.
There's only friends who would say that. Yeah, that really is special, isn't it? That's such a special colour. That's in natural daylight, and that's via, you know, just an iPhone or a telephone, a telephone camera.
A mobile phone.
A mobile phone. That's what I was trying. I got stuck there. What kind of phone is it?
What is it? Yeah.
Yes, the one thing
could
I
be a
wasn't supposed
Samsung.
to say, I successfully said. Anyway, that just gives you some indication of how extraordinary. This is the first time. This is a world exclusive for us. Scorpion red spinel, natural scorpion red spinel. And you see, the reason I wanted to show you it via the camera phone on my skin in daylight is because when you see this close-up, you think it's probably had some kind of enhancement. You think that it's been touched up or, you know, we've intensified the colour. Not the case at all. This is totally natural scorpion red. It's the first time we've ever had the opportunity to introduce you to scorpion red. Now, scorpion red in the gem trade is probably one of the most definitive colours. It dates back to the 13th century with Tifashi, and Tifashi was a philosopher. And he was an Arabian philosopher, actually, and he was actually the first person who identified the different shades of colour of spinel in terms of the red tones. And as I say, the finest, the elite, the redder than red, this is what he classified and is still classified to this day as scorpion red, the finest red of spinel. And ours is natural. I've checked all of the lab tests. This is totally natural bright red spinel. That's why when we've guaranteed this is a double figure price tag, I've already had a commitment from a number, and I do mean a significant number of our collectors. But when I said double figures, most people messaged in going, yeah, double figures, Vix, that's got to be $99.95. And actually, we weren't going to tell you the price tag, but what we decided was if you were thinking it was going to be £100 or so, we had to give you much more of a definition. Therefore, we already have announced, we're going under £30 for this strand today.
That's unbelievable.
It is, genuinely.
For that quality.
And it's one of the most mesmeric natural colours I've ever seen us provide to you. Really, really lovely, very, very exciting and very privileged, actually. There's a lot of reports at the moment. If you like reading up on gemstones, gems and gemology, Jedi Spinel, that's another sometimes that name for it, Jedi Spinel. If you want to do a little bit of research, just type in GIA. GIA is Gemological Institute of America. If you just type in Jedi, J-E-D-I, Jedi Spinel, it'll come up, and there's a fantastic article by Vincent Pardue. He's a great writer. Very well-known gem researcher for the Gemological Institute of America, and he's run a whole report on this colour of spinel. It's a really interesting article, so if you fancy reading that. And then obviously we've got the likes of Richard Wise, who talks about this gemstone with such huge revere. So this is a real, it's a coup for us to be able to provide that level of natural spinel to you. So if you would like to get hold of it, it is available for pre-order right now. You can pre-order on the phone lines and you can pre-order on the web. If you prefer to wait to the live deal and see the price tag, well, I've guaranteed under 30, but all I can tell you is that if you watch the live show at 8 p.m, you'll learn hopefully a little bit more about the gemstone, but you'll also get the chance to be able to get it while stocks last. I'm not going to suggest this is anything other than a one-show offer, because I do think it will be a sellout. Okay, kit time, and
Kit time.
Wow, what a kit this is. I want to show you the jewellery first of all, because I think really when we translate the price tag, and we already know, we've put it out there, half-price kit. What part of this, I mean, not one of these pieces of jewellery, not one part of this creation combination that you've given us, not one of them says half-price deal.
No, there's real luxury in the kit.
Yes.
So the quality of the individual components yeah, there doesn't seem to be any reason why it would go to a half price sort of.
Because normally when you think of, when you see advertising on sales and half price stuff, you always think, well, it's probably the stuff that they can't sell, that they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
But there is not one part of this kit that wouldn't sell as an individual component at a higher price than the price we're going to achieve. That's the bit that kind of baffles me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, 50% off is not just a laughing matter, is it? I mean, 50% is a lot of money. You know, that's a huge amount of money just to slice off what is effectively already guaranteed to be exceptionally popular individual ingredients. So, and when you see the resultant jewellery that our Deb's made, you know, you've made some really classic pieces. You've made something a little bit original with that gorgeous collar-like style necklace. But then you've also done something a little bit more contemporary with the drop design. This kit feels like it's got real tendencies to go a lot of different styles.
Do you know, I think it has. And I think if you mix in a lot of other mediums and materials with it, so your shibori or your soutache or your seed beading, it's got that potential to actually work with all of those different elements.
Because we've also got, obviously, you could work with the Cerulean as well, couldn't you, with the Swarovskis? So you've got loads of potential with this kit, and I do think what Deb's managed to succeed in showing us is there's the true opportunity to not be categorised into one specific style of jewellery to be made from one kit. I think this kit kind of gives you wings to explore loads of different genres and styles. And sometimes our kits have got the absolute intention of making one style of jewellery, and these kits come along, and I actually feel like they go, there is no style. In terms of there's no right or wrong. The best thing about this offer is that it's going to give you so much potential to do whatever you fancy. But if you want to be inspired, then obviously Deb's is going to give you the inspiration to be able to create the pieces that you're seeing here as well. So there's so much to be had from here. Now, $49.95 is the price tag this should be. Right? If you were buying all of these separate components on our website, you'd be paying $49.95. Now, if I just show you some of those components, love the start of this. I love champagne colours at the moment. I'm into champagne diamonds. I'm into, oh yes, Argyle champagne diamonds at the moment are absolutely on my must-have list. They've gone higher and higher, and I'm now at that point where I've spoken to the husband. I said, it's either the patio. No, not him. Not for him to be buried in the patio. Oh, no.
You're threatening him.
No.
You're under the patio or you buy me a diamond.
I didn't.
Fair enough.
Literally, you know, when you say something after about 3 seconds, you went, that sounds like you're going to bury him under the patio. That's not what I meant. What I mean is that we're extending the patio.
That is funny.
So we're extending the patio, and I mean, it's either that we're going to extend the patio.
I was thinking that's fair enough. Argyle diamond.
Or I'm going to bury you under the patio. No, I didn't mean that. Or did I? No, I genuinely, I don't even know where I was now. I'm just lost. I'm totally lost in the whole world of that. I've just, what a faux pas. I'm sorry, I totally lost it. So yes, so I'm very much into my champagne gemstones.
Yes.
But then to match alongside it, the Swarovskis are stunning.
That is a lovely pink because it's
Isn't
not
it?
quite a pink. It's almost like, actually, it's like rose pink champagne colour of diamond.
You know, yes, it is.
Yeah. So it's got that pink tinge to it, a pink diamond.
And I think against the champagne, it really works well, doesn't it?
It's lovely.
Yeah, it almost mixes. Well, as you've shown in that neckline, that drop neckline piece, it really mixes well together.
Yes.
The colour palettes really do work well together, don't they? I'm going to drop in the little seed beads as well alongside it.
They're
just
lovely,
so you can add that little, it's almost like a little bullet of texture, isn't it?
Yeah, just at the bottom of the drop I've used those. And they're really lovely. And if you mix those in with your seed beads, that's going to work really well.
So you're going to get 100 of these gorgeous seed
left.
beads. These are, I was going to say you probably had a bit of a remainder left, did you? So let's go through what else you're getting. You're also going to get chain.
I love the colour as well.
Really nice against
I've not
the
seen that
champagne
colour
colours.
before.
What's this? What colour's the chain classified as? Because I've not seen that. Is it the antique bronze range? That's lovely, but it's almost golden antique
It's almost
bronze.
like a rose gold antique bronze somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I wonder if it's because we've got that palette of colour in our heads that it works in that way. You also have got your eye pins, which are antique bronze as well. That's quite a lot as well. You're getting 100 of these, are you? Yeah. You're getting your antique bronze plated brass eye pins. You're getting a pack of 100. And as you can see there, they're the 40mm in size combination. So you get those as an addition. So that's 100 of your eye pins. Plus, you're also going to get a further 10 metres, is it? 25 metres of your 0.25 of your antique copper. Is it 0.2? Oh, it's 0.2. It's not even 0.25.
And I didn't manage to use it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's just an added bonus that you then got. Exactly. Even more to work, especially when it's 25 metres.
Yes, there's
so you
a lot
could really
there.
work with that, couldn't you?
And it's a nice fine wire. So some of your strands of distinction that don't maybe fit onto a 0.25 will definitely fit onto there.
But you definitely want to have a wire rather than a thread. If you want that specific, then this would be perfect, wouldn't it? So you've got the 0.2. I never even knew that we did a 0.2.
No, I didn't either before I got it in this kit.
Yeah, that's kind of flummoxed me there. I've gone, oh, that's a bit exciting to have it in addition. So it's even a thinner gauge to that of the 0.25 then. It just takes you a little bit thinner. Not vastly, but a little bit more. And then, to finalise the opportunities, we then have these beautiful additional teardrop Swarovskis, and I'm just going to show you now. These are to be set gemstones. Sorry, you can't see them very well in my fingers, but so these are your vintage rose teardrops. They're a bit of a bonus. And you said earlier on, you know, this kit kind of lends itself to try lots of mediums. So you could drop these into Cerulean, you could do them into polymer. You've got to
or
glue them
into your onto your foundation fabric and bead around them. Or you could use it with your shibori ribbon.
The silks and things like that.
Yep.
So there's loads of potential. You're going to get 3 of these just as an addition. And in some ways, they're a bit of just a nice little bonus. They're like the cherry on top of the cake, really, aren't they? And they go very nicely with the pinks of the Swarovskis within the briolettes. So in total, 25 metres of your 0.2mm antique bronze wire. You're also going to get a further 100 pack of your brass head pins in the antique bronze. You're then getting antique bronze in your flat curb chain, and that's a metre of the chain. Plus we're dropping in antique bronze plated beads. Those are those gorgeous 2mm, 100 pack of them. Then you're going to get your Swarovskis. Those are your drilled vintage gold, 100 pack. Then you're going to get a further 6mm pack of your 48 pack actually of your rose gold bicones. Top it off, you've got your 3 pack of your Swarovski pairs. Now we said half price. Phil said that we're not going to do half price. Now, I have a bit of an issue with this because I was about to say it. I've got a bit of an issue because I don't like to false advertise. And I was tricky. See, what did you call it? Sneaky Phil.
Sneaky Phil.
Sneaky Phil.
He's
living up to his name, is our Sneaky Phil. 1995 is all. So we said we were going to take your half price. This is better than half price. That's genuinely us putting a huge amount of money back in your pocket. You're going to have to be quick on this one. Web buys, of course, don't forget, you've got to check out that basket. Web buys, you've only got the guarantee of this being yours when you check out. It's not yours until you put it into your basket. Only yours when you check out. Phone buyers, you could join us on that free phone number. Fastest finger first on this one. Leslie, Alexandra, congratulations to you. I've got Viv joining us. I've got collectors in London, the Channel Islands, Essex. Great to know you're joining us. Newport. It's £19.95. I mean, just that one neckline piece, just that on its own, is worthy of the £20. That beautiful choker, I reckon that choker's worth the actual price of the whole kit before it's price reduced. I think that one choker, that is worth, for me, that's worth your £50 price tag.
Yeah, there's a lot. a lot in there, and it just feels really luxurious.
And yet, better than half price tag that we're offering you here. Everybody will pay the final low price tag, an absolute treat of a deal that we've introduced to you here. At $19.95. Catherine, you've got yours. Melody, you've definitely got yours as well. Hampshire, congratulations. Inez, you've got yours in Nottinghamshire. Everybody's going to get that same better than half price deal. And when you start to really clarify what is a half price deal, I mean, $49.95 is the price you would have paid for this whole bundle. From your 100 eye pins to your 100 seed beads. Then on top of that, you've got obviously your pearls, and then you've got your Swarovski pearls, and then you've got your Swarovski bicones, then you've got the droplets, and you've got the chain. I mean, that's a lot going on.
There is a lot.
It makes sense to be $49.95, totally, doesn't it? Total sense. And yet, slice the price, and then put another £5 back in your pocket. I mean, that's a huge... I mean, in some ways, what we've actually done is we've halved the price, and then we've just given you the postage and packing for free.
For premium postage.
Exactly, because premium... Yeah. Awesome. I mean, no need. Still queues on the lines. Congratulations. Lots and lots of people on those lines. It's lovely to know that you're joining us. James just said, Vicky, don't put him under the patio. Haven't made him into a diamond.
Is that even possible?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure we could try. Is it possible?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that actually possible? Wow.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
I think we need to talk in the break. We'll talk in the break. And if my husband is watching, not really sure what I'm going to say to him when I get home tonight. Right then, we've got some time to learn, haven't we? A time for you to teach us. What are you teaching us today?
I'm going to show you how I made the big collar section.
Brilliant.
Because you could do that, if you don't put the multiple tiers on there, you could do it as a bracelet as well. Big cuff.
Like a cuff.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, it's actually really simple, even though it looks like there's a lot of complex sort of different elements in there.
I presume that because we've got the eye pins, there's a moment where we've got a little bit of help along the way anyway, haven't we, to make the setting.
And they're really nice eye pins. I know I get a bit anarchy about sort of findings or tools, about how well made they are. But I just think it's really important that the different elements are made really well, so that when you use them...
It's almost like the mechanics of a car.
Yeah.
You need everything to work really well for the car to be enjoyable
properly.
to drive.
Yeah.
And I guess in some ways that's the principles of building up a piece of jewellery, isn't it? Not just that the outer elements look good, but actually what you want is the inner elements to be working
properly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've already got the one loop on one end, and all I've done is put one of the bicones and 3 of the pearls on there, and that leaves just about the right amount of space there to turn another loop on the other end. Now you can try and hold it, when I'm doing rosary linking and doing looped ends, what I usually do is hold it so that the loop is flat on my hand, and then when I turn the loop on the other end, I know that it's completely facing the opposite direction to this loop. Yeah. And that's what I do all the way along the rosary linked section. But with this, what I want is both of those loops to actually face in the same direction. Okay. So I've made that first loop there, just simply bending it over and then kinking it back. So then hold that side in your pliers, just shifting, and then hold that in some flat pliers and twist.
Right, okay.
So that, let's twist that further. So that has now put them so that they're both facing the same way. Yeah. So what I did is make lots of these, all exactly the same. And then you need your chain. So with your chain, what you need is a length that's long enough to go around your neck and then to allow for the clasp. And what I did was I found the centre of my chain, which is this point here, and then taking your flat pliers, if you open your loop, one of the eye loops up, so just lift, check which side I've got it, that side. So lift the loop so it's open. And then pop it through that centre link. So then once you've got that one on, what you need to do, and actually the handy Andy is really useful because you can suspend your chain in it and keep it,
have it taut.
Level and taut, yeah. So now all I need to do is open up the next loop and miss, so I've got this link here has got my drop in, miss the next one and into this one, make sure the chain is lying in the same direction so there's no twist in it.
Yeah.
And then pop that one through that link and close that down. So the way I did it was I worked from the centre and worked out both directions at the same time.
Okay.
So take the next one, miss a link, whoops, jumped out, didn't it? Miss a link and then pop it through the next one. So that just gives it enough space for your beads to sit. The chain and the size of the link,
it's perfect,
compared,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
next
ideal.
to the beads, it is absolutely perfect. So with a different chain or a different size bead, I wouldn't have been able to make the design.
No.
It wouldn't have. Yeah. It wouldn't have sat so well
It just
together.
holds it, almost just nestles it perfectly, doesn't it?
So then take your second length of chain, and what you need to do is open up the link, like we did before, and then you need to bring that across. Make sure you've got enough chain to go around the neck. So lift that up, and what I'm going to do is pop the link onto the open eye there and close that down, and then hold the chain taut. So if you can hold it in your hands like that, or what I do is I've got a bust, an old display bust at home, and it's falling apart because I squashed it into a box, which wasn't very clever.
Okay.
Wrecked it, but now I use it and I pin things into it when I'm working on them.
Right, yeah.
So it then holds everything in position really well. So
Because you're wanting that tightness of...
you want the chain tight if you can.
And are you
'cause it makes
repeating the
it
same
easier.
pattern of hit one, miss one?
Yep, so I'm missing this one and going into the next there. So if I can get that in, it's much easier when you've got a handy Andy or you've got it fixed onto the bust, because obviously you're not trying to hold everything.
Yes,
Which one am I in? That one. That one. Come on. Thank you. See how responsive it was?
Yes,
when
it was very
talked to it nicely?
accommodating.
Yeah. So pick the next one and put that, miss one chain, or one link rather, and then put it into the next one.
Let's see if this one is as equally accommodating.
Yeah. So not that one, next one. There you go. Yeah, that was much nicer. See, you behaved. So that's then got them fixed in. So
Yeah,
you see
locked in.
then how that's going to form a bracelet if you wanted it to. And these would sit on the wrist and go across.
Yeah, it'd be a nice
really
cuff,
nicely.
wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
lovely.
nicely. And you just need to bring the chains in together to attach the clasp at the end. So then all you need to do is repeat the pattern of this, the Swarovski, the pearls, which gives you this section, and I've hung that up the other way, and then put a pearl on a head pin, and I've used rose gold because it works so well with the chain, 3 of the little beads and turned a loop. So that's now fixed on the bottom. And then all I did was open up the link here, and in the
gap,
the link between,
yeah, got it,
just fixed
yeah,
that into those. So then that sits and spaces out again equally around.
Nice.
So
nice.
Two on either end. Have then only got 2 of the pearls, but that's then you can change the pattern however you want, really.
Yes, it becomes much more of a cascade when you're altering the length and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
Amazing. And it's as simple as that.
As simple as that. Yep. So
And
it's much easier than it looks
when you
to
think, 'cause
actually achieve.
And you've got 100 eye pins, you've got that freedom to be able to, to give that quality, haven't you?
I've still got loads left. I've got the ones in the dish and
loads more.
Probably half of them still left.
Still to do, so you could do the piece of jewellery again. Amazing. $19.95 has already paid for this fantastic hit. Better than half price, not just half price, better than half price for your very own vintage retreat. And if you do like your good deals, we've got plenty more to come this Saturday evening. Lots still to look forward to, including this next chance for us to introduce to you the luxury of limited edition pearls. They're graduated as well.
I think I've seen this strand before because I was dead impressed by the graduation and how perfectly graduated that is.
Amazing. The hard labour of graduating stones, and to then facilitate this as well as we have. That's absolutely incredible.
And the colour is... it's just mind-blowing how beautiful those colours are.
And how natural. I mean, let's not forget, this is natural pearl in all its glory. And we're ranging from 4 through to 9. That is just the most exquisite combination. I mean, I hate to be so boring, but to then just restrand.
That's all I do with it. Restrand and knot.
I hate to be so obvious about it though, but I can't help but just go, what? I mean, I would pearl knot it because they're natural pearls. So my instinct, and if you do want to pearl knot and you haven't got the knowledge yet to be able to pearl knot, we do have a pearl knotting workshop. We also have a pearl knotting DVD. Often is the case, many of our fantastic guest designers here will take the time to introduce it. We have lots of tools that can facilitate pearl knotting as well. So anybody who's looking to create that pearl knotting style and perhaps not pay somebody else a lot of money to do it for them, because normally you pay per knot. Yeah.
You have a fixed price to start with, and then per knot. I used to work in a jeweller's, and it adds up. Wow.
And really, that feels amazing.
It's beautiful.
That's pretty incredible, actually. Wow. That looks so expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, please, if you can take a moment to go past your local jeweller's shop, boutique jewellers, high-end jewellers, if you've got literally a computer beside you, a telephone that has some kind of search engine facility, do a little bit, just a little search on natural. Don't forget, all the information is there for you. Totally natural, graduated freshwater pearls. That's genuine. If you want a certificate of authenticity, you can get that for 25 pence if that's what you need. All I can tell you is that these are natural freshwater pearls. They are graduated from 4 to 9 mil. That's a classic neckline piece. All you'd need to do is add a nice classic chain, classic clasp, and that's it. You would not pay, in my estimate, you would not pay anything other than £100 plus for any of this kind of distinction of pearls. Now, there is 15 only available. That's it. 1.5 is all we have left in the stock. That's not us holding back on you. That is everything that we have. $49.95. And I mean, for those who are not wanting to go down the classic route of just using it as a single restrand, there is still so much freedom and liberty thanks to the arrangement of size on this, isn't there?
Yeah, you could do really nice graduated, rosary linked graduated earrings with one of the bigger ones as a drop on the bottom. That would be,
just a lovely single drop of pearls. You know how indulgent that would be, just to have a gorgeous cascade of pearls like that.
Yeah, and pop one of the bigger ones on the bottom.
That would look stunning.
It'd be perfect.
And then you'd still have that freedom to be able to go maybe wristwear,
bracelet, a ring,
or maybe on a chain with then a nice little cluster of graduation of size. Because you've got a graduation of size so extensive from 4 to 9, you can actually re-graduate it in different ways, can't you?
Yeah,
so you could take some of the smaller, but then mix it with some of the mid, and then one of the larger. And break that up several times over for your necklace, graduate for your
bracelet,
for your So you could actually graduate again and break this up again to make a whole set. Now you have to be quick to react. You have to make sure if you put into your basket, you check out the quantity we've got is all we've got. It's $49.95. James, you've got yours. Hilma, congratulations to you. Aberdeen, you've got yours. As long as you check out County Londonderry, I can see you there. Phone buyers, stay on those lines as we process your call. Everybody pays the final low price. It is a free phone number that you're dialing. We will process your call. I mean, look at the quality of that pearl, that close-up. That's gotten, I mean, when we see that kind of close-up, I mean,
look at the surface.
The grading of those pearls is spectacular. I mean, there just doesn't seem any kind of ridging or divoting in them at all, which is just testament to the fact that these should be hundreds of pounds, not just 100, not just triple figures of £100, but hundreds of pounds.
You know, it says a lot when the second you pick that strand up, I knew I'd seen it before.
Because it has that moment.
Because of the graduation, because of the surface, because of the colour. And
they're standout pearls,
and we
aren't they?
see so many pearls.
Yeah.
You know, here we see all sorts of different colours, different natural pearls as well. But that strand, for me, just really jumped out because they're rounds as well.
Yes,
it's not
there
like
is that classic quality about them,
And it is classic, so they're going to last you for years and years and years, aren't they?
Well, and that's the nicest part about it is that when you start to translate this into jewellery wearability, £50, even if it is your simple, £50 of wear. I mean, if you think about it, how many times are you going to wear your pearls? Well, it's not going to be the kind of strand or necklace that's going to be in your jewellery box. It's going to be the one that's on your neckline.
Every time.
Yes, day in, day out.
For it. Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations. Still buys on the phone line. Still people confirming on that one. Congratulations. If you've got that, $49.95. Now, obviously, we are on countdown. A lot of us are very much aware of the fact that we are a mere 25 minutes away from one of the most exceptional offers we've had for nearly 8 years. Now, obviously, we're coming up to our 8th birthday. I've been part of Jewellery Maker for probably about seven years and 9 months. I think I joined about 3 months into the conception of the channel. And I remember my first day, it was actually in this studio. Oddly, we've been out of this studio and then we've moved back in again. But when I first began, I can tell you now, even when I've been off on maternity and all of those times, I watch from home and I've never seen us put anything like this to wear. It is a world premiere event. When we talk about natural scorpion red, we're talking about the most elite natural spinel that the world has. This is not us grading this alongside your average. We're taking you to the highest echelons. And this is not me talking. This is the likes of Vincent Pardue talking. This is the likes of Richard Wise talking. This is about philosophers in the 13th century talking about this grade of gemstone. It has that type of kudos. It takes you so far away from your normal this just every time I see it, I get that buzz, that excitement, that lift, because this colour is outrageously amazing. And it is totally natural. Of all of the strands, I want you to get a certificate of authenticity. This is the one, because this has to be the one that proves to you why you don't go anywhere else for your world-class gemstones to work with as a jewellery maker. I do not know anywhere, anywhere that can give you this level of quality for a double figure price tag, and not a double figure of 99, 89, 79, 69, 59, 49, not even 30. I've got to guarantee this, under £30. It is available right now on pre-order. I have no doubt that this should be the only time you see it, based on the price tag and based on the level of wow factor that this gemstone is. Then please do know, I think it'll be on air and it won't be seen again. Please, if you don't think that you want to miss out, then it is worthy of pre-ordering now. That's it. An absolute treat and a half that we have for you there. An amazing opportunity. Straight on we move to countdown. I'm going to give the lads, would you mind just giving me a heads up? I need you to give me a countdown, 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, so we just remind everybody, because we are literally on that moment where we're heading towards the 8 o'clock hour, and obviously that's when we'll release it. Please do make sure, if you are desiring that strand, please do understand that this will be a one-off deal. I've just been told the quantity pre-ordered. It is probably going to be a first and only time on air offer. That is your very own Scorpion Red Spinel. Before that though, wow. Are we even allowed to do that price tag for Opal? No. We are not. So are we actually allowed? Will the computer even allow you to do that price tag, Phil? He's messing with. I'm messing with the system.
Sneaky Phil.
I ain't messing with the system. That's what I felt like you were doing there. You were like, oh, Ricky Lake on yourself. I've been messing with that system. £6.95. I don't know whether we've actually been able to do that before. Not for Opal. I mean, and Opal is Opal because there's no other gemstone like it. Opal is its own enigma almost. This gemstone has no kind of contrasting stone. It has no similarity of a gemstone. It stands alone on its aesthetic value. This is an absolute elite opportunity, and how on earth we've managed to achieve $6.95. I'm not even going to try and work it out. I'm not even going to give you a moment of us trying to explain ourselves. Just merely embrace the fact that we've taken you to £6.95. I mean, obviously, we're preparing you for probably one of the biggest world premieres we've ever done on The Late Show here at Jewellery Maker. And I think, in some ways, this is a perfect setup. This is a perfect preparation for such a big deal offer for the Scorpion Red, simply because these deals are so baffling that perhaps by the time we get to the Scorpion Red going under £30, maybe it'll be a little bit easier for you to be accepting of.
Yes, yeah.
Because that's £6.95 is not your average deal for any opal, let alone high-class Ethiopian opal. You've got the distinction here of that. I can tell you now that Phil is this price, but in this moment, he is slightly regretting his decision to take you £6.95. Now, you don't normally regret your prices, Phil, but in that moment, I even heard, oh no. I think he's acknowledged the fact that perhaps he shouldn't have done this deal. But hey, can't take it back. This is your opportunity. This is your chance. £6.95. Congratulations, Mary. Congratulations to our collectors in London, Warwickshire. Liz has got in. She said, oh, Vicky, you have no idea how much I want that Spinel.
Yes,
Liz, I think we do. I think the thing is, I think we genuinely do. We're both of them. To the point where we didn't even just take photographs, we took video. Like, I've got video, and I'm on telly. Like, I'm about to show you it, and yet we thought it was a good idea to take a video. We were that excited. It's a little bit.
It is.
We were that excited.
When you said, let's go outside. Oh,
no,
quick, let's
we're
go.
all excited. So, Liz, we are genuine. We have every idea of how excited you are, because I think it probably matches our own excitement. Yeah. And that's the exciting part about it, is that we're all feeling that buzz of the, and I think especially because we are coming up to our 8th birthday, and I feel like at times, I don't think we ever as a business want to be static. We never want to be offering you the same and the same and the same. And I think in some ways, by bringing such a revelation, that should be in a birthday. Oh. Was this meant to be for the birthday? Oh, as I said that, I suddenly thought, oh.
That would make sense.
Sneaky Phil. Sneaky Phil. Was that meant to be a birthday? Is that meant to be one of our big birthday deals?
Oh.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Oh, let's just take one more look at what Phil looks like, because we probably won't see him next week because he'll have been asked to leave. Hello, Phil.
There he is.
There he is. Let's all take a look at Phil. No.
Where is he?
Come on, Phil. We
Where
can't
is
see
he?
you.
Oh, I see him.
Oh, now I see you.
It was like one of those books where you look and then the picture suddenly comes into
Yeah, he was a little bit
focus.
Harry Potter-esque, wasn't he? Ooh. Okay, let's whip up. Let's do some Labradorite rondelles. Oh, these are pretty.
Oh, nice.
Lots of labradorescence. Lots of labradorescence in these. Now, often is the case, and we were talking about this earlier on, the bigger the stone, the more labradorescence you get.
Yeah, but these.
And yet, I think that this strand almost heard you, went, really?
Yeah.
Really? Do you think that? Do you think that, Jan? Because you're
These are the
right.
exception.
That's right. Deb, you cannot persist. Nope, we will not accept it.
Nope.
This is absolutely rebel. Ooh, look at the timer. 17 minutes for the red Spinel. Oh, look at Ryan with his little timer.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know you could do that.
He's clever. He's clever. 25 carats of this luxury faceted rondelle strand. 3x2 to 4x4 that we're offering you here. A fantastic treat that we're offering you. An amazing treat. And I'm just going to rotate it around like this so you can see the colour. Look at that. Ah.
Oh.
That's gorgeous. That's fabulous. I mean, as a close-up, nothing to hide to the quality of that labradorescence.
All the way round as well, isn't it? Yeah.
And often with labradorescence, one side looks better than the other in terms of its reaction. But here, doesn't matter how I rotated it at all. These, you know what, these would look nice on because of that full rotation of labradorescence, and almost like a rotating bar.
Oh,
so if you just did a nice single shank.
Yeah.
One bar, a rotation of maybe an inch.
Like a head pin type thing, and then just on maybe one of the slider bracelets, the popcorn bracelet.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. With just that quality, that'd be absolutely perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
£5.95 is all you pay. I'm going to show you the full length of this because
That's nice.
I'm thinking with a little maybe 2-inch extended chain, you could actually just see this as a really classic. Look for the neckline.
Go gadget neck.
Gadget neck. I never even knew I had that. I mean, I actually feel like I've got a bit of a party trick now.
Yeah.
Never thought that I had a party trick.
Yeah,
apart from the fact that I could pick up a piece of fish with my foot. That was quite a good party trick many years ago.
I think I can do that.
Not a dead fish, not a live fish.
No, live fish should be tricky.
Yes. Yeah, because normal fish, a fillet fish, is really easy.
No, I can pick things up with my feet, but
All right, Dad, look, it was my party trick, not yours.
Yeah.
She's taken away my party trick, man.
Oh, I can pick up a pen.
You're really proud of yourself.
You were dead impressed. You were just ooh.
Nobody wants to come to our parties. I mean, nobody. Like, literally, just be me.
We're two saddos in the corner.
Literally, we're the ones going, oh!
What should we pick up with our feet now?
£5.95. It's all in fact for your Labradorite. Congratulations if you got that. Yeah, let's do some Kyanite. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, is this is Adisha? Is it Adisha? Show me the info. It's Odisha. It is, it is, it is. Oh, now how can you tell the difference between classic, I was going to say Himalayan kyanite, but you can get it from other places, but classic kyanite to Odisha? Well, the reality is that pretty much the only place in the world, give or take, and I mean in very small percentages, the only place that would present this grade of not just blue, but petroleum green and blue is in the Odisha location in India. And Odisha has got an extraordinary reputation these days for producing the most outlandishly unique shade of colour. And you know, we have to remind ourselves, this colour for a blue gemstone, this is a blue gem, for it to be green is a real wow factor, because that colour is absolutely unique to this gem location, and that's what makes it so special. Is you know, I guess in some ways we all have this moment where we think that diamonds are incredibly rare. We've already talked about how much we love diamonds, but actually there are multiple locations, 30 plus diamond mines in the world, you know. But when you start to distinguish one place that could produce this level of rarity, then this level of colour grading, and it's the colour that makes it so special. Kyanite, the whole, even just the word kyanite, kainos, lithos, the blue gemstone. That's what this is. A very, very special quality. Not blue, but green blue. Limited stock that we have for you. The price that we should be paying is $44.95, and yet $29.95 is actually the price tag you pay. Wow. That's a great saving.
Yeah, that is. I love that. I've never seen this before. I absolutely adore that.
The quantity that we have, though, I'm going to say now, the quantity we got, once it's gone, it's gone. Everything we have put into this stock is literally everything we have in stock. So if you don't want to miss out on this deal, $29.95. The colour is what makes it so unique. It's what makes it so special. I think it's it's almost a talking point on its own, isn't it, that shade?
Definitely.
Would you leave it on its own? I mean, I love this gemstone against silver because I just think it brings out those variant hues of the greens to the blues.
Do you know, this is one that, I'd be tempted to keep it on its own, but I'd like to try it maybe with some amethyst. Really beautiful amethyst.
Deep purple.
Deep, yeah.
Oh, well, that borderline Moroccan? Like that's the colour of your hair. Yes. I mean, if you went there and then you'd have the blues against
and the blue, green,
that would be amazing.
That I'd be really tempted to do.
So the thing is that because it's such a unique shade, you almost just want to leave it, don't you? And just enjoy that shade on its own.
But you've got a lot on there, you know, because when you take them off the strand, there's a lot on there. So maybe you can do both. You can mix some with some other gemstones and just see how the colours change and interact.
Right. Yeah.
And then keep some plain with itself.
That's a great price tag as well.
Nice.
Don't forget we went from 44 to 29. So, you know, £15 just like that going back into your pocket. How do you fancy your very own trilliant cut? Look at the faceting.
Oh, wow.
And we are looking at elite. Now, I don't know whether you know, but I actually have filmed, I've directed the whole process of this gemstone being cut. So from the pre-form all the way through to the final cut of the gemstone, including the drill through, I've done quite a lot of footage on this gemstone. So I was privileged enough to spend, gosh, it was almost 2 days filming the precision of cutting this gemstone. Because the reality is cutting this gem is one of the most outstanding works of almost mastery lapidary skills, because you're working with a bi-colour gemstone, which means that it divides the colour between purples and yellows. That's your amethyst and your citrine. But to cut it within this shape, which of course is your trilliant shape, but to cut it and still embrace that bi-colour quality is absolute world-class craftsmanship. Please don't underestimate the power of cutting a gemstone to this level of mastery. This really is an offering that shows you world-class qualities, not just in the beauty of the gemstone, but the revealing of that beauty via the lapidary work. And if I profile it, you'll see what I mean by the grade of this. It's utterly sublime. The very, very top of the gem, the table to the very, very tip, the coulee, top to bottom master skills of cutting to the colour and quality. And not just one. I mean, to be honest, the price tag of one would be sensational. Set that into a piece of jewellery, and at the moment, and I don't know whether I can say too much, but I know that a very big deal for the very same cutters who I know very well indeed, hence that's why I could film for the footage. They've just done a huge deal about 3 months ago for one of the biggest dealers for the big jewellery houses in the US. I'm talking the biggest names. And
Wow.
he's just bought a huge deal of this gemstone. So watch this space on ametrine. There is a lot to look forward to. A very well-known dealer has absolutely revelled in the quality of this craftsmanship. Now, obviously, I don't know what's going to happen to the future, but I don't expect for us to be seeing this price. Hang on, that was at 59? I was going to say, that's never been, we've never dropped before. Never dropped before. First time. Wow.
That's £13.
30.
33-ish
Yes.
each.
£13. Right.
Phil, do you
Do a
actually
little
work
bit of
that
research.
out?
Yeah, genuinely do a little bit of research on how much a gem set ametrine piece would cost you. I'll guarantee that you will not see this level of quality sitting at a £13. 13. I mean, £30. Even then, I don't think you'd see this level of cut to a single stone in, set into a piece of jewellery for £30. I think you'd be hitting to 50, 60, 70. You could be heading towards £100 if this was set into a single piece of jewellery. That's the reality
Easily.
of this level, especially knowing what we know about what's happening in this with this gemstone with a very, very well-known gem dealer. That's a really special price tag to be able to achieve. Never been seen before at this price. All-time low. Never ever would I expect for us to be able to oblige in taking you to £13 and 32p for each one of those stones. But that is exactly what we've achieved. Maybe it's a pair of earrings and a matching pendant. Perhaps it's a charm. Maybe it's going to be a perfect solitaire ring that you're going to achieve. I don't know. All I know is that seeing is believing in the quality, and there is no doubt about it. The quality is spectacular. We're on countdown. There is just a mere 6 minutes to go for this huge world premiere exclusive launch of your very own one and only chance to get your scorpion red spinel. This is a very auspicious occasion for us, and we actually, I mean, Phil kind of let the cat out of the bag. This probably should have been one of our birthday deals. This makes a lot more sense now. Now Phil mentioned the birthday thing, I sort of went, oh, this is meant to be one of our big birthday deals. We've brought it tonight. It's happening now. Don't miss out. 5 minutes and counting. We're looking out for the launch of this treat. But before that, let's do a very quick deal on, oh, these are great shapes. Yeah, funky, really funky, and because you've got these angular shapes to the stones, you really do have a different aesthetic to what you would normally see from the rounds or from any other shape. It really creates a different, almost you'd say quite impacting formation, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And with gemstones this shape, I like to put crimp tubes in between and space it out, so that way the light gets in and it looks like you've got a metal chain just running through the centre.
The thing is because
There's
they
a
are
lot on there.
flat squares, you get loads, don't you?
You do.
I mean, if you set me away counting how many, I'd be here for quite some time, because it's fully stacked. Because they are flat squares, they're literally hugging each other. There's just stacked alongside. And you know, if you're talking about spacing them out as well, I mean, imagine how many pieces of jewellery you're going to be able to make by just spreading them out. And as you say, by spreading them out, giving the chance for the light to move into the stones and giving loads of colour.
Yeah.
A fabulous look that we have for you here. Straight under 10. Or shall we say straight under 5? What the heck? Straight under £5 for your very own graduated plain squares. An arrangement of 3 to 6 millimetre in this 18 centimetre strand. Now, an 18 centimetre strand would normally offer you maybe you'd be talking 30 or 40 gemstones. Here, you're probably doubling, tripling, if not more than that on this strand because they're so tightly set into this design. £4.95. Congratulations. Totally natural. We're looking at here. I presume this is from the Bay of Bengal because that's where we'll often source this grade of colour for your quality. £4.95. Now I can tell you now, 3 minutes. Well, that's 3 minutes and 30 seconds from your very own collector's deal. This is it. The biggest world premiere I think that I've ever presented here on the channel. It makes so much more sense that it was a birthday strand and we've brought it tonight. I've no idea how we've managed to get hold of it, but I reckon this should have been a birthday deal, and it's going to be one of your biggest, one of your most exciting. If you haven't pre-ordered, the live show takes place right now. Don't miss out. I think this will be the first time and the last time you'll have access to your very own Scorpion Spinel.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
This is it. This is it, the siren's off, this is it, your today's must-have, the live launch, the exclusive live launch, world premiere. We will be doing a countdown to launch the available stock that is now left. We will give you a countdown, we're not going to do it straight away, we're going to give you a moment to just stop and make your decision, because all I can tell you now is via the pre-order we are nowhere near the stock that we had. We already knew that the chances were this was never going to be seen again, first time and last time on air, but we are very much aware of the fact that this sits very almost in a fragile state of availability for what we would normally have for a must-have of such significance for a live deal. Now all I know is that this is one of the most tremendous strands I've ever presented. Now, as I say, we're coming up to our 8th birthday. I started presenting about 7 years ago and 9 months. I think I was 3 months into the show starting when I started presenting on the channel. So I categorically, in the whole time I've worked here, I know the level of great access that we've had to rare fine gemstones, but never have we been to this level before, ever. And I mean, I don't want to question the availability of rare fine gemstones, but I have to tell you, this is the top trump. In the break, hands have been held up, and Phil has accepted the fact that this was meant to be one of our big birthday opportunities. This was meant to be one of our birthday mega deals. So if you want to guarantee this, and it makes more sense with the price tag, both Deb and I, we've just had several conversations about the price tag. It makes so much sense. If this is one of our birthday deals, it makes more sense that the price tag is so low because it's one of our birthday deals. So we are bringing forward one of the finest treats. I mean, this probably would have been on the birthday itself, on the actual May the 4th. It probably would have been, potentially would have been the deal of the day, but there's not enough stock. So it would have been one of our most celebrated pieces on the birthday. I'm guaranteeing one thing, the price tag would not be under the price tag wouldn't be as low as we're about to go if it hadn't been birthday related stock. This is an absolute triumph from our buying team's perspective. The big deal offer that we're about to provide to you, take a moment, let's have a close-up. We're going to do it. Are you going to give us a close-up on the rotation? Take a deep breath before we bring in the graphics, which means we're still in lockdown. Literally no deal. Pre-order's gone. We're now in lockdown. Nobody has access to this deal now. I'm about to show you the reason why you have to pick up the phone and you have to be prepared to buy this at JewelleryMaker.com immediately. You'll understand this is an absolute, and I don't want to exaggerate, but this could be a jewellery making must-have when it looks like this. We are about to launch the biggest world premiere on Scorpion Red Spinel. We've sourced this from one of the finest locations and we're producing totally natural world-class qualities here. 30 seconds and 30 seconds to make your decision. Are you ready? Shall we make it 60 seconds? Let's give you a little bit longer to think. 60 seconds from now. That's 60 seconds from now. The timer is ticking away. 60 seconds for you to make your decision so you don't miss out on this opportunity. Right, now is your time to make sure that you're picking up the phone. Now is your time to be logging in to JewelleryMaker.com. The reason we put that clock on is so that you don't have to miss out, so that you don't look back and think coulda, shoulda, and you didn't. Think thank goodness I did, and this is the time to do so, because when we start off on this, as soon as the graphics come on, it will be first come first served. I can tell you pretty much half the stock allocated already before we even get to the live show exclusive. We've still got half the stock allocated thanks to the pre-order, and in 15 seconds from now this will be your live floodgate event offer. Straight to it. An amazing deal, an amazing opportunity, an amazing treat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've already got 40 people put into their baskets like that. I love it when you know what's right for you. Yes, well done, congratulations, an amazing reaction, just like that. I love the fact that Phil just went, Vix, that's 40 people who put in within a literally straight away. Oh my goody aunt, look at that. Yeah, you know when you want, so congratulations, Patricia and Rosemary, Denise and Stacey, Jane, Mary, Lynn, Amanda, Anthony, Liz. I've got collectors in Kent, Gloucestershire, Nottinghamshire, Yorkshire, Cheshire. Web buys, please understand, if you don't check out, you can lose out on this deal, and that's an absolute fact. And we do not want that to happen. This is natural. If you do want a certificate of authenticity to guarantee what you're in ownership of, then please do ask our call centre or add it to your order for a mere 25 pence. You can get that certificate of authenticity, guaranteeing that you will be in ownership. This is a birthday deal, essentially. This is us bringing forward one of our biggest birthday events. Now, I'm going to just give a moment to just take an appreciation of where we've sourced this from, because we're talking world-class qualities. If you want to do some research on what Burma is to Spinel, well, you can go to a number of different sources. You can read up on Vincent's Pardue, but you can also go to, there's a great article, and we'll actually read from it. We did a little slide to actually talk about this, because Themalis and Schulusel, it's very hard to say them, but they did a fantastic report, and essentially they were saying that Magog, and in particular the Magog area, which includes the Mansin mine. Can you see that up on the top right? Look, I'll point to it. Can you put it up on the back? Can we do that? If I just point, so this is Magog. So this is your location driven quality of Spinel, and Magog is your kind of your heartland. It's your capital of world-class Spinel. But actually, if we just head what, northeast and southeast? No, northeast, isn't it? You can see here it's Mansin, and Mansin is actually home to, if you do a little bit of research, what's called as Jedi Spinel. And the reason it's called Jedi Spinel is because it glows, and it is one of the most sensational natural colours of Spinel. Now, Magog has also produced some of those intense colours, but these two locations, Mansin and Magog, are absolutely the finest location. And as you can see in this report, it says no other area on earth has produced so many exceptional rubies, sapphires, Spinel and peridot. That's location-based quality, but this is something even more exciting, because if we go back to the 13th century, we're taking you to, I guess in some ways, the start and conception of some of the world's most respected gem lovers. Now, at that time, there was no such thing as gemology. There was no such thing as gem science or understanding gemstones. But what there was theologists. There was also philosophers. And these philosophers, from the likes of Pilner the Elder and onwards, really treasured Mother Nature. And so by treasuring it, they wanted to understand it, or almost grade it, a bit like we do now, grading our diamonds and things, but they took it, and this was in the 13th century, they took it to grading on natural colour. Now, this is why you've got scorpion red, and it's the first ever time we've been able to bring you this colour. Right? We've never had the freedom to be able to access this kind of charting system, because we've never had this level of colour before. Now, the charting system was actually devised by an Arabian philosopher, and he created a level of colour impact, and the highest grade, the finest definition of pure bright red, natural bright red, was the word scorpion red, and that's what you have here. So even back in the 13th century, this was the colour that was truly the pinnacle for your gemstone collection. And from that moment, from that grading level, and there was 3 or 4, we'll show you the grading system actually: scorpion red, Attash, Inari, and actually, interestingly enough, it went from bright red, you know, the purity of red, all the way down to perhaps pinks into reds. And many Spinels are often borderline into pinks, and I think that's the whole point about it, is Tifashi, who was the philosopher, Tifashi really identified the fact that Spinel's natural colour makeup was very gradient. There was lots of diversity. This is natural scorpion red. This is what Atashi was talking about. This is the colour that he absolutely was driving home was the finest colour, and you've got that colour here. Fact. Natural. There's another word. And that's when I come on to this gentleman. So we've gone from the 13th century and we're bringing you to present day. And in fact, there's actually an upgraded second edition of this book, if you're interested. It's a fantastic, 100% recommend it. It's called The Secrets of the Gem Trade, The Connoisseur's Guide to the Precious Gemstones. And it's by a gentleman called Richard Wise. Now, anybody who's interested in gemology at all and likes to do research, you'll see his name come up because he's a very well-known gemologist. Him and Vincent Pardue are two of the most prolific writers of our present day, and both of those gentlemen will talk about this gemstone. In fact, if you want Vincent Pardue's research, type in Jedi Spinel, J-E-D-I, Jedi Spinel. You might want to type in GIA. GIA is the Gemological Institute of America. He's a world-class researcher for the Gemological Institute of America, and he's done a whole article for Gems and Gemology all about this colour of Spinel, Jedi colours, so the bright reds and the real intense colours. It's a fascinating article that he's written, and it's from the same location. So if you do read that if you do research on that one specific article, this is from the same location, from Burma. Now obviously the definition of whether it's Jedi from the Magog or whether it's from the Simnine, well, it doesn't matter, because the identification of Jedi is the colour rather than the location. Anyway, I digress. That was all about Vincent Pardue. I wasn't even talking about him, but I do recommend his article. This is it, right? This is the one thing that I want to show you. Okay, I just want to show you one more thing, because this article, it's all about Spinel, and this is, as I say, Richard Wise writing, and I just want to read this part of it. So, hue, red Spinel, and it's all about the specifics, and he says here, the ruby red Spinel is extraordinarily rare, right? This is him saying it, not me. The ruby red Spinel is extraordinarily rare and almost unobtainable. This is one of the world's most respected gem professionals, right current, one of the most respected. In my own career, I have only ever seen two. The pink normally has a light purple, 20%, secondary hue, while the reds almost always show a distinct orange secondary hue. True reds. Right, I just want you to take a moment as I read this to look at what we're offering you. True reds, those gems with 10% or less orange secondary, are without question the rarest and most sought after of all Spinel. Now he then gives you an example of ruby reds of Spinel, and you wouldn't even question whether that was a ruby, because you'd just think that was a ruby, wouldn't you? Yeah, but it's not. That's ruby red Spinel. And then he gives you an example of what the version of pink to red Spinel is. So he gives you two options. Now I'm going to hold this up because I have no bother. It's not pink, is it? It is not pink. Oh. And that's why, and read what he says there, extraordinarily rare. Absolutely spectacular opportunity. Are you ready for the biggest deal of our year so far? Are you ready for one of the most extraordinary opportunities we will ever be able to bring you on this natural colour of scorpion red Spinel? I certainly hope so, because this is for us a true coup. This is pre-birthday. This is giving you a birthday treat before the birthday. This is it. The ultimate opportunity, the only opportunity, yours for the taking. Should be $29.95, but today we take you exclusively your birthday deal, which I know it's not our birthday, but this should have been our birthday deal. $24.95 is all you pay. I mean, I'm stunned to be saying I'm going less than £100, and actually when I first launched this at 6 p.m. this evening, I said this was going under 100, and every single message we got through was that this was going to $99.95. Every single person who messaged in expected this to be at $99.95. We have absolutely powered home the fact that you could buy 4 of these strands and still be under £100. 4 of this natural luxury of your very own scorpion red spinel. And just going back to that idea of what is scorpion red, it's one of the most extraordinary bright shades of colour. This is one of the most outlandish, right? I need to tell you now, I have just shy of 50 people who haven't checked out their baskets. Just shy of 50, I've got 47, Phil's giving me the exact, I've got 47 people who've put in their baskets. Phil, how many have I got left? 57 left. Right, take a moment now. I'm going to put that, I'm just going to, just to remind you, right, it is not yours until you check out your basket. There is not one part. Oh, Nikki's just messaged and she just said, that is stunning. You're right. It's more than I've ever seen us. I guess it's probably, is it that the price is stunning? Is it that the strands? I mean, both of them. The price is stunning. The quality of the gem strand is outlandish. And it sits nowhere near the realms of what we've ever been able to do. And it's natural. You know, everything that we're adding.
Shocking, really, isn't
yes,
it
really is. And I checked every single one of the lab tests. I checked everyone. Now, we normally get 4 lab tests. And I normally check 2 because, you know, you kind of get to the point. Yeah. And I checked all 4 because I needed to give, because the colour is so extraordinary, and we've never had a colour like it before. We've never had the freedom to be able to offer you scorpion red before, and that's why I'm going to say to anybody who hasn't checked out their baskets, I've just been given a right, we have 52 left and I've still got 49 web buyers now. Okay, I mean, it is genuinely, it's going to be a case of who's going to be lucky. Jilly's just said that Spinel is utterly delicious. Kaylee's just said, I've had to have one. That red is just incredible. That natural, exactly, that nature has made, that nature has made, that is amazing. Beg your pardon, I didn't read that right there, but that's absolutely the way I feel. To know, and I think that's what makes me so excited. You know what makes me so excited again? It says that I've just looked over and my eye caught some pearls. Now, you think of the Elizabeth Taylor collection, when she wore the pearls and the ruby, right? You just didn't think there was anything better than that. And yet I think this Spinel probably could be classified as even better than some of the finest rubies when you see it against the backdrop of pearls. Look at that combination. I mean, that is just deluxe, isn't it?
It is. Classic, beautiful. It's really the top of the range that you would ever imagine making.
And I think, you know, the price tag is the only thing that makes people go, what? Yeah. And I think it's not the water that it's too expensive. It's actually the, hang on a minute, it's... Yeah. That's too cheap.
Oh, if you're selling pieces with this Spinel in, you should not take that price into consideration. You need to add hundreds into it.
And that's the point. Is that
you'll never replace it at that price. Never.
And when you've got some of the world's most respected writers on gemstones, jewellery professionals, gemologists who have worked in the industry for decades, if you've got somebody saying, he doesn't, and this is the thing that Richard Wise is really specific. He's quite, he uses the word probable, he uses words that can kind of be used to not say guaranteed. Right? There is very few times in this book that he says 100% anything, and he says without question. He never says that. He always says there's a probability, there's a chance, they're more than likely. He kind of has this, without question, the rarest and most sought after of all Spinel. That's it. He doesn't have any kind of go-to, and this is the rarest of Spinels. That's what Richard says. And, you know, if you read the article by Vincent Pardue via the GAA, he says the same. It's got to be the most extraordinary colour quality that he's ever seen. And I think, you know, in some ways, this is the finest we've ever had access to be able to bring you. We've got another lovely message coming in from Jane. Hiya, Jane. She says, thank you, Phil. Why is anyone thinking I got 4? Yes, like it. Why is anyone thinking 1? when
Yeah.
actually you buy 4. I think you're right, Jane, especially when you think about the potential jewellery designs that you're going to be creating. And I think in some ways what you've just said to us is that, you know, the freedom of working with something like this at this price tag means that you could make a piece of jewellery, potentially sell it, commission base it, and then you, as long as you've got another strand or two, you know, sitting there in your drawer somewhere, you've got the freedom to be able to recreate or potentially make something that sits within that same grading.
Yeah, it's incredible.
30 left, that's all I've got left in stock. 30 and 46 in baskets. Now that means somewhere along the lines that people will miss out. Now obviously this is not about scaremongering, we're not interested in that. This is not scaremongering, this is giving you the facts, because it's better to work on the facts, that if you're happy to miss out, then that's absolutely fine. But if you don't want to miss out and you don't want to lose out on one of the finest strands we've ever had, and I say that because I've worked here pretty much since day dot, then I think it's fair to say that you must check out your baskets. Congratulations if you have been successful on that amazing deal. Michaela says, hi Vicki, it was so lovely to meet you today and you made my husband's day. Oh, Michaela was in our workshop today with the wonderful Mark Smith doing, they were doing some, what were they called? Bugle beads, that's right, bugles. I was going to say beagles and I thought, no, that's a dog. We've extended into dog jewellery. But yes, it was so nice to meet you both, and to see everybody was hard at work in the workshop. It looked fantastic. I came in and literally everybody's head they were all very attentive. Mark must have been cracking the whip at that point, because he was doing the beautiful creations that you'd made. Fabulous. So if you do fancy joining us on any of our wonderful workshops, then we have a great inventory of lots of different, so if you want to work with pearls, we can help you do that. We have lots of different styles and designs, lots of new techniques that you perhaps are looking forward to introducing yourself to. We've got workshops if you want that one-to-one experience. And thanks so much for your message there, Michaela, and I'm glad that you had a good day. Nice to meet your husband. I'd sang happy birthday to her husband live on air, and so I got to meet him as well. Nice to put a face to a name to a person who I was singing to. Right, we have got lots still to fit in this hour, including this deal. Now this is miss it, miss out. This is literally going to be last of stock quantities. I've got 12 left in stock. That's what I mean by miss it, miss out. Only 12 in stock. And we're bringing you 55 carats of kyanite. These are big kyanite as well, aren't they? 7x3, they are massive. $11.95? Oh, that's a little bit of a naughty price now, isn't it, for kyanite? Yeah, that's a very, very impressive price tag, especially when you've got that size range taking you up to 7x3, because 7x3 really is a great size as an individual stone, let alone as a stacker against others, as you can see here. 3x1 to 7x3, great arrangement of size there. £11.95. Everything that we've got. Sorry about this, we could miss out on this one because it's going to be first and last time you could see this at $11.95. Massive congratulations if you've got this on and gone. And of course, don't forget, if you've already made a purchase with us today, you've already paid your postage and packaging, and now you can add to your order a single P&P. That's all you're paying, of just £2.95 for your postage and packaging. Or if you can't wait, we do have an express service as well for an extra additional fee. But either way, whichever way you want to go about it, it's first come first served on this deal, and it is one postage and packing. Straight to, oh, I like this. Oh, what a great pattern and print. See, I can imagine this being great gents jewellery as much as ladies jewellery, you know. And this is a gemstone that doesn't come along very often these days, because quite a number of the big jewellery houses have really embraced this style of gemstone recently, and so it's not as readily available as it used to, especially when you've got this kind of level of patterning and print, when you've got those rich greens that come through, that chocolate caramel swirl within the design. Sourced from the Congo, which is one of the only gemstones that we can access from this location, and it brings out that real something different to the gemstones. I like the fact that you've got variant shapes as well. I like the fact that you've got that smaller to larger arrangement. Some of them are longer, some of them flatter, some of them more turquoise, some of them more chocolatey. Arrangement of individual gemstones. They're all genuine gemstones, a specific combination of luxury, and we go straight to the lowest ever price tag, straight to $11.95. We've just dropped that price just instantly straight to $11.95, but this is miss it miss out. It literally is first time we've been able to take it to $11.95, and potentially the only time you'll see it at $11.95, because these are limited stock quantities. And of course, what's great news is although we're like really plowing through these offers and dropping those prices and moving quickly, great news is that you have a 30-day money back guarantee on everything that you purchase from us. 30 days. Not that I think you'll need it, but at least you know you've got the option, you know, you've got that almost safety blanket, especially if you're purchasing for the first time and you've never tried us out before. You know, maybe you've never worked with genuine gemstones before and you'd like to see the individuality that they can offer your jewelry designs. But the nice thing is that you can try us out, but if it isn't right for you, if that strand when you get it home doesn't sit within the boundaries of what you're looking for, send it back, money goes back into your account, no questions asked. And that's why so many people do purchase from us, because there is that safety net. Not that many people use it. I think we have a very, very marginal returns percentage, because we are so very, very good at bringing you high class quality for very low prices. $11.95 is all you pay for your very own Chrysocolla plain medium nuggets. Right, let's keep whipping through these deals. They're miss it, miss out offers. Oh, Jane's just got in touch. She says, look at JM Studio. Thank you, Vicki. I listened. Oh, I listened to you. I have a thank you, Vicki. I listened to you. I have a large collection of Sleeping Beauty, chrome diopside, tanzanite, labradorite. Ah, and now she has red spinel. Nice. Congratulations.
Nice,
very nice collection of gemstones. Yeah. I'm impressed by that. Let's go to a strand. Ooh, it's a very long strand. Now this is what? It's got to be just heading towards a metre. Is it 86 centimetres, Phil? It looks like it is. It is. It's an 86 centimetre strand of it has to be one of the most significant arrangements of colours of tourmaline. Can you bring up the info for me on this one? It is. It's totally natural. So you're getting all the colours of nature. Again, it's a little bit like the spinel. You know, we've got to identify the fact that some of these colours are some of the rarest colours around. You know, when you've got the likes of the ballast pinks, and when you've got the chrome tourmalines, and when you have your dravites, and when you have some of the purples. Oh, look at that! That's a purple purple tourmaline. That would be classified as sybarite. Sybarite is purple spinel. You've got there some of the golden tones coming through there. I mean, all of this is totally natural. 86 centimetres of natural tourmaline for $6.99. When you start to talk about 86 centimetres of any gemstone, whether it be, you know, the rarity of a tourmaline, which is incredibly difficult to access actually, or whether you're talking about your more readily available gemstones, 86 centimetres really does give you an opportunity to really explore new avenues of design, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can make the same project multiple times, which is quite nice, or take out all of the colours and make it in different colourways. Or it just gives you options. And to get that bigger range of colour, of that intensity, it just gives you an opportunity to really explore the gemstone.
Yes.
You know, and enjoy it for its characteristics and for the way it looks. And for me, that looks so floral. I always think tree of life with those.
Yes, nice.
With blossom or, you know, fruit on them. So.
And my children were so excited this morning. We were heading to do something at the school, and as we were heading there, my 2-year-old went past a blossom tree.
Oh, they're looking amazing.
Well, it was a stunning blossom tree. It was really a bloom, and obviously the skies were blue, and so it looked even nicer. And she was oh, mummy, stop, mummy. You know, you're like, and you know when you're busy, you're like that, I can't stop. And then she just wanted to stop and enjoy nature, and you kind of go, actually, make a pause. We stopped in the car. We just took a moment to look at the tree and look at the blossom, and then we went off and did our day. But I think you're right. There could be that tree of life blossom quality, because you've got the richness of the greens, you've got the brightness of the molasses pinks. Yeah, fabulous price tag. £6.95 is all you pay on that deal. Congratulations if you got that. Let's go. Wow, these are big. Now the red marcasite, I think pretty much sold out, the red marcasite. So if you want the blue version, but in the larger size, then this is the strand for you, really. This is the one that you don't want to miss out on. These are your 12 mil in your blue marcasite. A fantastic treat that we have here. What's just happened there?
Sorry, just a little spider.
Oh, a spider.
I thought it was massive the way you jumped then.
Well, it's big when it's right there. It startled me.
Right up in your face.
Honestly.
It's a really small money spider. It's right there.
It literally dropped to there, right in front of you.
Yeah, so it was...
So it looked like it was big.
Yeah, big and burly.
You jumped so quickly. I was like, that. Oh my goodness me, what's just happened?
One of the huge spiders with hobnail boots on.
All right, Mark. Oh.
Get out of my chair.
Yeah, I think you'll find you sitting in my chair.
Anyway, gemstones.
That's it. Back to the marcasite. 12 mil. Now these really are big, bold statement.
Ooh, they're nice.
Marcasite. These are glorious. Oh,
What
I
was the
love
size
these.
we had earlier in the marcasite, the reds?
Were those? Whoa! Were the marcasites 4s or 6? Oh, I've got a total brain freeze. Boys, what was the size of the marcasites of the reds?
12s.
8s. They would go quite nicely with the marcasite reds. Then the 8 to the 12, wouldn't it? That would look quite nice, wouldn't it? To just have that balance between the two sizes.
Yeah.
You've got here. I love the way that the pattern of the colours coming through, like almost the metallic, is just moving through the blues. I really like that patterning. It almost has a bit of a sense of a lapis lazuli, but in a little bit more of a.
It looks like it's been gilded with gold. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now.
But like the
gold leaf.
Yeah, it does have that. It definitely has that more. And it's a little bit more, I always think with pyrite, it's more like a little sparkle of the skies, you know, whereas this is a little bit more of a dramatic impact, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's not as twinkly, it's probably a little bit more, it's almost planetary, the way it looks. It's quite fascinating. Whoa, I just looked at the price tag. Too busy looking at the gemstones, like that price tag. These are big as well, they're 12 mils for just £8.95. If you don't want to miss out, then 465 carats is going to be yours if you pick up the phone with a little bit of emergency, or of course with this being miss it miss out, it's first come first serve. Liz has just messaged, wow, those are amazing. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Spectacular impact that you have. £8.95 is all you pay. Those are going to add some great drama to your designs, you know, real finishing drama as well. Let's go to, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, here they are. Yep, got them. Ah, you know what I'm going to put this with, don't you?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I love the colour against that. Oh!
Yeah, that works.
Oh, that works well, doesn't it? That really does work well. If you've got the red Spinel, if you haven't yet, we're just checking the stock list now about how many of that scorpion red we've got left, but we have a nominal quantity left. So if you do want that red, especially working against the black lustre of the agate, well, this is your chance to be able to do it together. There you have it, the code on the last available quantity quantity, it's final stock of the Scorpion Red Spinel is PQGZ12. So that is your code for that last of stock availability. That's the first time and potentially the only time you're ever going to see the Spinel. So if you want to get access, £24.95 is all you pay on that one. And then to add alongside it that gorgeous black backdrop. I'm not sure I put the words in the right order there, but either way, you've got that.
Say it again.
I'm not going to try and say it again. Thank you very much. Don't get me into trouble. But it works. We often talk about a canvas gemstone. You know, having something that works as the backdrop to another gemstone. And I guess the red Spinel has got us all going gooey in terms of our passion for the colour. But you want to have something that. So we've seen it against the white pearls, but against the black, it works just as well because black works very well as that type of canvas stone, doesn't it?
It's like putting a drawing or a painting into a frame, and when you frame it, it looks so much better. And this is almost like the frame. So you've got the red Spinel, and then the frame of the background colour of your gemstone. So it's it just lifts it. So the red Spinel lifts the black agate and just gives the black agate, then gives the red Spinel space to shine and to really come to the fore and show off. Because the black agate's taken like a background step, so.
And because it's only £5.95, you can really use it to the benefit. It can almost be just a go-to stone to majestify other gemstones. I mean, I've got some gorgeous amethyst coming up.
Yes,
and you could put the amethyst against the black Spinel, and it would look totally different.
It's all going to work.
But it's still going to work really well, isn't it? I just think this is a go-to strand for that type of canvas design.
Everything on the T-bar there is going to work with the black agate.
Yeah, because you've got purples, you've got the blacks, you've got whites. Yeah, you're right.
Even the Labradorite and everything there, kunzite, whatever you've got is going to work against that.
Yeah, you totally agree. I love the cut as well, just to add that.
And we don't get bicones as often as I would like, for sure.
We used to get quite a few of them, didn't we? But not maybe we need to put a little request in.
Yeah, more bicones.
Request. Now then, where should we go to next? Well, ooh. Now that's the colour that I was talking about. Put it against the amethyst, put it against this, which is your purple agate. Look at these, it's just a really nice, especially when if you had the black lustre and then you wanted this just as your contrast colour. That pops as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, just the way the light plays with the shape of the gemstone, and you should. I always think it's fascinating to play. Design with the light, if you like, rather than the gemstone.
Yeah, right.
So the way the light reacts with the bicone is different to the round.
Yes, very much so.
It's nice to play with that effect.
I think in some ways, when you see it in different locations on the neckline or on the wrist, you actually then get much more of an idea. Oh, I'm going to do this, or I could play with this way, and you get much. And I always think that's one of the reasons that we give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, is so that you can actually almost experiment. See it where you're thinking of having it. Try and find because I do think that sometimes when it looks great, but actually once you've got it home, you then have much more chance to be stimulated and for your creations as well, isn't it?
And also, the gemstones you've got at home, you have an idea of what this might actually work with.
Yeah.
But then when you get it home, you put it down on your workbench and something else is sitting there and you're like, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. But it works brilliantly. It's better than what I had in mind when I actually got the strand.
Well,
so it gives you that space.
I did some filming with Kleshna in her workshop a few weeks ago, and when we were there, she has at her workstation, she has, I'm going to say, probably a good 20 or 30 pieces of jewellery just in front of her with all of the different colours that she plays with, because she said it's the kind of thing that just stimulates her to almost push her boundaries and to get something that maybe keeps
different
her
combinations.
moving. That's what perhaps this is one of those really exciting looks. $3.95. Again, another great price tag. Miss it, miss out. $3.95 deal. 8mm, well, it's a go-to size for any kind of stretchy bracelet. So if you are just getting started into jewellery making, and you fancy making nice stretchy, you can do that right now with this kind of look. Liza said, I've had a fab day today. Black opal, ametrine, Ethiopian opal, and that beautiful spinel. And still, Phil tempts me. I think the thing is though, when you've paid one post in packaging, you may as well keep on adding. You know, Liz, I mean, just clever really, isn't it? What's this? Karen says, Majestify. Is that another from the Victionary? Is Majestify not a word? I always thought Majestify. I obviously now believe that my words are normal.
Are actual words.
Are actual. Majestify feels like it should be.
It sounds like it should be a real word.
Is it a real word? Oh,
there you go.
I used a real word on television. Can we write down the time, the date?
Let's record
that's
that.
it. For the first time, Vicky's actually used the right word in the right context. My husband, oh my goodness me. Sometimes, now I've been with my husband since we were 17, and so that's we've been together longer than we've not been together, and so he knows me very well.
Yeah.
And genuinely, every so often I'll go to try and say a word, and he just goes, just stop it. Just stop making up words that don't even exist. Or I use a word that's totally inappropriate because I think I'm saying the right word and it's absolutely not the right word at all. The thing is that I've been on television for what, 13 years. I can't be doing too badly, can I? I've talked quite a lot on TV and I must be just making up words that everybody thinks are normal.
That sound right, so everybody just accepts it.
I think I say it with such confidence. I think this is a word and therefore it will be a word. Congratulations. Thanks so much for getting in touch with us tonight. It's really nice to hear from you. It's nice to be here this evening. It's nice to, we've had so many great messages coming in and lovely to know that you're tuning in. And we still have our second kit of the evening. That's coming in, 9 o'clock this evening? We'll be offering you our second kit. Tell me, your second kit, what's...
Ooh.
Ooh. Actually, we could see one of the pieces to your right. And that does look pretty spectacular.
I loved this
You
kit.
didn't hold back now, did you?
Nope. Just went for it.
That looks amazing. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Yep. That's kit number 2. That's coming up in your 9 o'clock hour this evening. So looking forward to that one. Not long to wait for that. But before that, how do you fancy, hot
I've
pink
been looking at those.
sapphire?
Ooh.
Natural hot pink sapphire.
And they're big sizes. Oh, look.
They're massive sizes. 55 carats of spinel.
That's ridiculous.
Pardon me, I said spinel there, didn't I? Got it on the brain.
Yeah.
Got it on the brain. Wowzers. That is a striking...
Good grief.
Look at the size of that one stone. That is an absolute serious centre size. And that's just that, I mean, that's going up to the max of 6x4. But 6x4 is what you classify as a really great size calibration for an individual stone for the hand. You know, if you were doing a solitaire, 6x4 is a great calibration. To then take you through the whole of this arrangement, all the way to your 3x1s. This is a real treat of a strand. 18 centimetre strand, 55. I mean, let's just revel in the fact that if you were getting a 2 or 3 carat spinel, oh goodness me! Stop saying spinel. I'm just all I can see is spinel. But if you were getting a 2 or 3 carat sapphire, the reality is that you'd be rejoicing. I mean, you really would. Just do your own research. If you go to your local jeweller shop, if they're providing you a 2 or 3 carat stone, they will be charging you for that kudos. This is one of the biggest combinations, and it's natural hot pinks that we're offering you from this spinel sapphire. Somebody cut my tongue out, please. Your price tag is not $59.95. For the last 10, this is a miss it miss out deal. 10 only available. We're putting money straight back into your pocket. We're taking you from a price tag that would make absolute sense on a normal day today to a price tag that shows you the kind of blinkered pricing that we have in mind for our last of stock opportunities. Final chances to get hold of this. Single quantity figures left now. Congratulations to those who have already confirmed. I've got Sheila confirmed. Philippa's confirmed in Bristol. Congratulations to you. I've got Helen on the web as well. You've got to check out your baskets to guarantee this deal is yours. Final chances. The quantity we have literally is everything we have, and that means I've got 8 chances left now. I had 10, but I've got 8 chances left now for $39.95. A hot pink, not just pink sapphire, but a natural hot pink sapphire, a fabulous centre stone that probably could hold its own at that price tag just individually, and yet to then extend that right across a 55 carats is such a lot of sapphire. An amazing treat. I said the word sapphire and not Spinel. Yay. Well done me.
Would you do me a favour? Could I see the Spinel with it, please?
Oh, yes, I can.
Thanks.
Oh, I tell you what, it just reminds you how red the Spinel is and how pink the sapphire is.
Nice.
That really does have the testament of how red that scorpion red is.
Each colour is like going, hang on a minute, I'm pink.
Yes.
Hang on a minute, I'm red.
It. There really is
They're
almost
like,
and you think you're red?
Yeah.
No, I know I'm pink. $39.95 is already paid. If you like the Spinel, that is now very much a last of stock availability on the Spinel. But we're here with that luxury of the hot pink sapphire, 55 carats for $39.95. Stand those lines for me, and everybody will pay the final price tag. We should have been at 60. We took you under 40 on this. Congratulations. Let's go to some round kunzite. Now, there's not many times that I see this gemstone in this shape, and there's a reason for that, because it's actually very difficult to cut kunzite. It's an interesting gem, but it's also one of the most challenging gemstones in terms of its formation. And you know what? It's worth the battle to cut it appropriately, because when you get it, you know you've got something extra special. An amazing treat that we can bring you here. A beautiful strand. It's a 38 centimetre strand, so it's a great length. I mean, let me just hold it out, because normally you're used to seeing this as a 16, maybe 18 centimetre strand. We're taking you up to 38 centimetres on this one. 200 carats guaranteed in your 8mm round. And the thing is that you don't normally think about kunzite as perhaps a stretchy bracelet gemstone, because it's got such a high elevation of kudos within the industry. You know, it's sometimes known as the Tiffany gemstone. It's got that level of feminine perfection that most people rate as very desirable, and therefore the prices are normally quite expensive. So you don't normally think of kunzite as a stretchy bracelet stone, because it's not normally priced within that. But I think because of these rounds, because of the shape of them, I'm really inclined to think that this might be the first time you might be able to make yourself your very own stretchy bracelet of kunzite. Oh, now that is very good. Now, I only have a limited stock available. You can see there we have only 4 left now. That was a straight reaction at that price tag. Somebody who knows their gemstones absolutely reacting on that deal at 11. I mean, if you'd have said maybe 20 or 30 or 40 pounds, I think most people would be impressed. But at $11.95, that's a real deal and a half. Congratulations if you've got a phone in your hand. Keep it there. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com and check out your baskets to get that final chance. It's going, and it's going to be gone. It could be going to Yorkshire, it could be going to Cheshire, it could be going to Norfolk, it could be going to Devon. I've got more people on the web than I have available stock on that one. There's only 2 chances left. It will be a sellout deal on that one, so congratulations. Do make sure you check out your baskets. Elaine, Lynn, Janet, Sophia, Michelle, Maggie's just joined us there, Margaret's there, so I don't know who's going to get the final 2, but that will be a sellout as long as you check out your basket. Let's take you to it's a really pretty piece, this one. A little, hang on, there we go. Such a pretty piece.
Oh,
isn't that lovely?
I've not seen this one before.
Really pretty charm. Really pretty charm. You have here a gorgeous detail. I'm going to profile this just so you can see all of the detail that's been put in, because they're double winged.
Oh yeah, all the way around.
So it's a full 3D design. It's not like it's just a flat design, but just look at the detail that's been put in. You've got a real sense of, you know, that movement of the wings. You've got that sense of them like reaching out and to give the kiss. You know, you've got that real. I think there's something really pretty about this charm. A really lovely connector. This is a sterling silver connector. It's 2 grams of silver we're giving you here, so we're not holding back on the amount of silver that we can offer you, and we're giving you all of this look. I like the weightiness of this. Not too weighty to be overbearing, but weighty enough to be quality driven, and I think that's something that you always want from your silver charms, don't you?
Definitely.
You've got here this full sterling silver, and it is sterling silver. That means 92.5% pure silver in this one charm. For one price tag? Well, probably lower than you're going to expect, because with that 2 grams of silver and all of that attention to detail, you don't expect a charm to go to $3.95. It's classified as a connector, but it's got a single hoop to the centre of the design. So personally, I'd call it a charm more than a connector, because connector you normally have 2. Oh no!
On its wings.
Oh, they're hidden. Oh look. So it could be both. Am I showing you that? Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
Can you see that you've got a hoop either side, and that's hence why you've got the double wingage, because then you've got
Wingage. A new word.
That's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
I said it with authority though, didn't I?
Yeah, we all believed
wingage. But it has. So you've got the double wingage, so that you've got the loop to connect either side of each bird, but then you've also got the loop in the centre as well, so it can be a charm, and if you used it as a charm you wouldn't know that it had those hoops, but it could also be a connector if that's what you wanted it to be. That's a very clever charm.
That's
slash
really
pendant
nice.
slash connector. 2 grams of silver and all for just $3.95. What a lovely, especially for the wedding season coming up.
Oh yeah.
For $3.95, if you made that into a piece of jewellery, nobody would guess that it cost you just $3.95 for that type of connector.
Could wire work and attach it into the front of a tiara or something, couldn't you? Just as a focal point at the front, going round.
Well, for £3.95, you could do
hairpins or...
Yeah, there's loads of potential, isn't there? For $3.95, you've got a real opportunity to maximise, especially on the sterling silver. Yours for the taking while we've got the stock. Congratulations. I think that's definitely a bridal opportunity not to be missed.
Yeah,
Carol, Tina,
definitely.
Sheila, good to have your company. Maggie, Gertrude, you've got yours. Esther's bought 2. Jane's bought 2. Catherine's bought 2. Congratulations to you. Plenty of people confirming on that with multi-purchasing going on. Fab deal offer that we have for you. Right then. We're going to do the fluorite. Oh, it's the fluorite. It's not just fluorite, it's the fluorite strand of our incredible inventory. Now, we do have fluorite. We've already offered you fluorite tonight, so you know what fluorite looks like. But actually, in reality, you don't know what fluorite looks like until you've seen this strand. This is your textbook strand. This takes you to the ultimate par exemplar, the finest grade of fluorite. This is a strand that I would classify as distinguished. Look at the clarity. I mean, fluorite is a gemstone that has no normal expectation of clarity. I mean, this close-up here, nothing to hide to how extraordinarily distinguished each one of those stones is. Not just because of the colour, because the colour is very exciting, hues of purple and hues of turquoises and such like, yeah, fair dues. But that's not what this is about for me. This is about the colour being maximised by the clarity. This is one of our finest grades of fluorite we've probably ever seen, and I exaggerate not. You know, if you've got fluorite from us before, go and grab it, go and have a look at it, see what I mean? You get a beautiful strand, but you would probably have textures inside there. It could be hazy, it might be pastel tones of colour. This really does show you the full significance of what you classify as world-class grade of fluorite, something that we haven't seen on a regular occasion. And as I say, that's nothing to do with the fact that one's right or one's wrong, but it's just that this just takes you to a new level of quality, of desirability for this already very well-received gemstone. You've got here your hues of fluorite, graduated faceted rondelles, arrangement size 3x2 to 5x2 in your 18cm strand. Looks gorgeous against the skin thanks to that glow that the fluorescence offers you from this gem type. It's the only stone that has that illumination within its fluorescence, and to have its name named after it. And you've got this look, this very exciting look for one price tag. And that price tag, should be, I can tell you now, double that price tag. We should be double that price tag on this strand, and yet we have absolutely broken rank in terms of pricing. I think we are going to get into trouble for that price tag. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, I know that the lowest we could have taken you there was what, $19.95, and I mean that would have been scraping the very low. We have been really, really naughty by taking you to $14.95, because the level of quality that is provided here, for the clarity. I mean, if I just hold that out and you could see that grading of colour is matched by that true perfection inside the stone, and you don't normally see that. You know, I'm happy to say to you, the reason that you don't see it is because this gemstone doesn't standardly come this way, but when you do find it, well, you should be paying a lot more than $14.95, that's for sure. A fantastic treat. I love the depth of those purples. I mean, they're almost sitting within that Moroccan amethyst grade, you know, the deeper shades, but with then those brighter colours that just burst through. You've got that illumination, and that's again because of the fluorescence of the stone, that you have that brightness of colour bursting in. And the clarity, it facilitates that by letting the light enter and bounce inside the stone. You know, this gemstone is always going to have an attraction because of the colouring, because it has that natural glow. But when it's got clarity, the glow becomes even more intense and even more dramatic. $14.95 is all you pay. Your very own hues of fluorite, graduated faceted rondelles, available while stocks last. Final chances. This was miss out, and literally this could be the miss out deal, so please don't do that. If you managed to get the Spinel, congratulations. If you haven't checked out your basket for the Spinel, it is now very much last of stock. We've got a fantastic kit for our final live hour, and I tell you what, you wouldn't want to miss out. It's a big one.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We've just been deciding it's going to go really, really low on this first deal. We're just going to whip through this because we're going to be really naughty. This is clearance hour.
Naughty is good.
No, well, naughty's good, but to be honest, Phil's just been really naughty all day long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
in the best possible way, he has been a little bit naughty all the way through the day.
Phil likes being naughty though, doesn't he?
Yeah, she does. So to take what we're about to take to an all-time low, I'm going to show you. Have I picked up the right one? Yes, I've taken the largest. Yep, I've taken the pendant, and I'm just going to rotate it around so you can see that it's got the large bail. Nice to have the size of the bail for a chain, thread, cord, whatever you like. Nice size for that. It doesn't stop you, does it? Now, you've got the skull design, really funky. So you have your black onyx, and then you've got your skull extended into the silver work. £6.95.
Oh.
We should take a deep breath on this one. Should be at £17 on this deal.
That's amazing. Do you know what though? You know when we were just looking at it?
Yeah.
If you turn it the other way round and made some little wings for it, it would look like a beetle with wings, a little flying insect.
Oh, I see. You could do the little
Yeah, and that's like his back, and then you could have wings coming out.
Got it.
Wouldn't that be cute?
That would. I like the fact that even when you've got something quite specific as a skull, here at JM we like to rebel. Yes, you may think you're a skull, but actually I don't see that. I'm going to do something different. But you've got the option of doing either the skull or the beetle for just £6.95. We are well over £10 lower than we need to be on this, and especially when you see how much silver work you're getting, how much detail you're getting, how much design you get, especially when you've got that nice size of the black onyx as the backdrop against the silver work. £6.95 is first come first served clearance price tag. That is an absolute 100% clearance item. Then we've got the connector.
4 carats of black onyx in there. Wowee!
And then we've got the connector.
Oh.
So you've got the skull, exactly the same principles, but then you've got. He looks cross, doesn't he? He looks proper cross. Yeah, not happy. He's not happy. What do you mean?
He's biting your finger.
I'm thinking
Ooh, yeah.
skull ring.
A couple of days ago, I had a kit with 1.2 gauge, 1.2 wire, sterling silver wire.
Perfect.
You could use that and make the most incredible ring.
And it literally would take you maybe 5 minutes to make as well.
yeah,
That's the
that,
thing.
yeah.
You know, what about if you used
That'd be nice.
this as in the smaller stones?
Both off.
If you wanted
off
to
the
do
ends.
gemstones, yeah. If you got both ends and you just got the smaller of the stones and you just did that as a wrap and you just added those as your...
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
That would look funky, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Can you imagine? I don't know whether I'm showing it very well, but I'm trying to give you some idea that it would be a beaded shank, and then it would be your featured gemstone. Now that strand is coming up in the next kit, so if you want to get the kit and you want to get this together, you can do so now, and you can add to your order as many times as you like. Obviously it's one post and packaging, so you can add as many times as you like on that single P&P. I like the fact that the connector is not a closed connector. Can you see? It's actually a machine cut connector.
Yes. Yep.
So you can see that. I like that because it then allows you to play a little bit more with the design. Sometimes when it's a closed loop, you don't have always the freedom to be able to do everything that you want, or you have to cut it yourself and you can't get that machine manufacture, that exact saw cut is very difficult to create. So I like the fact that we've managed to achieve that detail.
Although also if you wanted to, you could cut the loops off completely, because if you look on the side profile, you've got lots of spaces to actually attach.
Gallery.
Yeah. So that's nice and open, so you can actually get wire work through there, you can get beading thread through there, you can do Eslon, leather, all sorts through that.
You might be able to play because there's actually a gap in the skull version and the silver work of the skull section. So there's actually, it actually raises, if I just drop it forward, you see, it does raise off, so it doesn't actually cushion flat against the gem. It's non-nestling, but there is some work you could do perhaps behind there as well if you wanted to add some more detail. Plenty of potential there. £6.95 is all you pay. Again, should have been higher, but we've gone lower. This is the whole point. It's clearance hour. And to top it off, final one, Phil. The smaller version of the pendant, smaller version, but this time maybe you'd call it a charm because it has the loop at the top.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to drop that. I had hold of it, and you know when I
you jumped. Slow-mo.
Couldn't stop it. There you go. A solid 925 sterling silver in this fantastic design. Again, you've got the loop at the top so that you can work with it, whether it be a charm, whether it's going to be a pendant for you. Perhaps you're going to maybe get two and make a pair of earrings. Yeah. They'd be cool earrings, actually, wouldn't they?
I'd put tassel on the bottom.
Would you? What gem?
We had sterling silver tassels.
I saw them, the longer ones.
Long chain, really
almost like
beautiful.
2-inch drops, weren't they? Multi-tassel silver. Oh, I like them. Yes.
Pop that on the bottom.
A little bit of glamour to the funky skull. Yeah, take that. £6.95 is all you pay, as I say, with that loop at the top. It's there for the taking. What does this say? Jane says, well, Vicky, they wanted the vault emptying for new stock, and Phil is on a mission to do that. Quite right, Jane. That is exactly what he's doing. Genuinely, he's not taking the idea of we need to get ready for our birthday celebrations. We've got lots to look forward to. Tell you what, if that red Spinel is anything to go by for our birthday, it's going to be probably the biggest birthday celebration we've ever had. And I'm hoping that we might be able to come and do some fun things on the birthday. That'd be quite exciting.
I'm excited. I don't think I'm on a show on the birthday, so I can buy.
I can sit and I can watch, she says.
I can buy.
Right. We're going to do a very quick clearance deal before we head into our kit. And I think you're going to rather like this. I think you're going to like it a lot indeed, because this is not necessary to be a clearance. And I did show one of the components earlier on. Got loads of people quite excited about it. And then, what I didn't mention at the time was that it was going into clearance. But it's a star buy. And it's most definitely a clearance. Now this is what I showed you earlier on, and didn't mention it was clearance, but got a lot of people going, oh, when's that coming up, Vix? When's that coming up? This is an addition to a findings pack that we're about to bring. So this is part of the findings pack. It's not the only thing that you're going to get in the findings pack, because you're going to get the head pins, and you're going to get jump rings, and you're going to get a toggle clasp, and you're going to get spacers. So you've got lots of additions, but actually that one charm on its own, I think, should be the reason that you pick up the phone. And I say that now because I know the price tag in clearance. I know how low we're about to go. This is the first time you will ever have seen the price go anywhere near this kind of ridiculously low deal. So please be prepared. If you like this charm, if you like this look, now I'm going to show you the additional spaces, because these are weird funky spaces. I love these.
I love those as well, yeah.
We just don't see these kind of spaces very often at all, do we?
No, really nice.
And you get two of them. So if you wanted to do a pair of earrings with that kind of, you know, detailed play of design, you could definitely do that with these, couldn't you? You could really make, or perhaps you want to do it on a charm bracelet. So you could do it as the full snowflake. Maybe you could do a snowflake charm bracelet. That'd be good, wouldn't it? And then a matching pair of earrings.
Yeah.
That would work,
That
wouldn't
would
it?
be nice.
That'd be quite funky. Maybe do some, you'd have to use a jump ring to just do a little pair of earrings, something like that. So what are you going to get? Let me take you through everything. You're going to get a combination, 26 pieces in total. You're going to get a sterling silver chain, bonus. You're going to get a pair of shepherd hooks. You're going to get a toggle clasp. You're going to get crimp bead covers. You're going to get head pins, crimp beads themselves, which are the longer crimp beads actually in the sterling silver. And to top it off, you're going to get those two spacers and this fabulous detailed charm. Now this is 9 grams of silver in all of these components. 9 grams of silver between the charm, between the chain, between the findings of head pins, etc. 9 grams in total. But this really is, I mean, it's glorious, isn't it? It's almost, I mean, I understand the word radiating, because it really does have such a fantastic design of quality to the silver work, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, it is radiating quality, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Everything about it, and the beautiful finish on everything. It's just attention to detail that sets it apart from your everyday.
I like the fact that you've got the smooth on one side, and then you've got the textured on the other side. I like that detail. And I like the fact that it could
patina it.
Ah, would you?
Because then that would really highlight the different depths in the toggle clasp. So it's going to then highlight the different depths and the different textures and accentuate what you've really got there.
I quite like the idea
It's
of
nice.
having it rotating around, somehow, you know, locking it into some kind of design which allows it to move around, so that you can see, you know, like almost doing it
both
as
sides.
Yes, yes. So it has that rotation ability. At $12.95, the lowest price possible on this 9 grams of sterling silver. Now, if you're multi-buying on this, I tell you what, totally worth multi-purchasing at this price point, because there's no way, I mean, the chain alone, that should be setting you back some serious, because that's solid sterling silver chain,
And it's a chunky chain.
Exactly. And actually the nice thing is because it's an open curve chain, it means it's great for charms.
It is,
It means that you can
perfect.
really make some detail within the actual links of these. You've got an amazing opportunity here. Absolute 100% clearance. We have to identify this as clearance. If you thought this was a normal price tag, then unfortunately we'd be letting you down day in, day out, because there's no way we could guarantee these prices any other time than now under clearance. We would not be able to give this price point on a normal scenario. $12.95 is all you pay. So congratulations if you got that. And actually it's quite handy if you get that findings pack, because you might want to use some of those sterling silver findings for some of these fantastic elite gemstones.
Definitely.
Because there really is some luxury in this combination. I mean, I have to go straight to the Biwas.
They're amazing,
straight
aren't they?
to these. They are fabulous.
Ooh.
They just shimmer and shine, don't they? absolutely illuminate with each individual pearlescence, with that striking shard-like quality. The beaded pearl is just, it's a go-to at the moment for big jewellery lovers and jewellery professionals and jewellery designers, because it gives you so much stimulation of aesthetic detail. You know, it's got that texture on the surface, it's got that different shaping to the extension, it's got something different in every part of it. All of that look really does work beautifully. Individually, they're great as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Just one on a chain, and one with a particular, that talks to you with a particular shape or texture or shine or colour. Just pick it out and pop it onto a chain, and it's going to look really effective.
And I love the fact that, you know, with the, you've got in the backdrop, you've got the gold wire, and you can see how well that gold wire is going to work. So it's so much in harmony with the actual strand there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if I just put that to one side and introduce you to another strand and say, how do you fancy this combination? I mean, it's just so seductively luxurious, this combination. And I mean, I love the way that you've really played with that contrast within your designs.
Yeah, I really like the contrast, and the fact that, again, it's like framing the biwa pearl with the black spinel. So it's allowing it space to show off.
Yes.
Which is, you know,
and they
what
almost,
it wants to do.
If you broke this one strand up and just broke up by
Just
each one of those, it just would work so
just
well.
spaces it out and focuses the eye, doesn't it then?
Yeah, 100%.
On the pearl.
And you've got this lovely length of the black spinel. That is a real hit, isn't it? A real hit. Now, I'm going to put the other strand to one side, because I'm not going to mention that for a moment, because what I want to introduce you to next is this strand here. And I'm going to introduce this wire, because this is your 0.4 mil gauge, and this is 10 metres. Probably one of the most go-to wires for most people, I would suggest.
Yeah.
The 0.4 is a trusty gauge for most wire professionals, and also for those who are just getting started into wire work. 0.4 is a real, it really does facilitate a number of different techniques.
It does, it's really useful.
And what's amazing is that if I stopped there and just presented those to you at the price that you're about to see, you'd be doing really, really well, because that is exactly what you should be getting for the price of this kit. That's it. So the price of this kit that we're going to take you to, right, should just have those 3 items.
Okay.
However, I'm going to give you 2 further lots of wire. I'm going to give you 2 lots, and that includes a 10 metre of 1 mil gauge and a further 10 metre of your 0.8 mil gauge. So you're going to get 20 metres additional and a full strand of pearls. This is as an addition to the price that you're actually going to pay for those strands. So you're going to get a strand of pearls and 20 metres of wire as an addition to actually the kit at the price that we're going to charge you. Because the price you should be paying, if you're getting all of this together and you go to our website, you should be paying £47.95. That is the price tag. That's how much you'd be charged. But today, well, it's one of those days. We take you to £24.95. If you wanted to buy the Biwa pearls, they're $14.95. If you wanted to buy the Spinel, I think they're $6.95. And then on top of that, if you wanted to get the 0.4 mil wire, I think that's about $3.95. That's your $24.95. That's your price tag of the kit. Everything else that we're providing, that's the 10 metres of the 1 mil gauge, that's the 10 metres of the 0.8, and on top of that, your luxury of your white pearls, that is an addition to the price tag at $24.95. A real treat and a half. and it's yours for the taking right now. $24.95 is already paid. We've got buyers who've put in their basket, which you need to check out. Form buyers down those lines as we approach this call. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. Hold those lines, stay there, and please don't miss out on this deal. It's yours for the taking. Obviously, you can join us on the web or on the phone lines. And if you've bought from us today, at any point from, obviously, live show starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you join us at 8 o'clock all the way through until this moment in time, you know, at 9:20 this evening, at any point if you've already purchased today, good news is you paid your P&P for the whole day. You can keep on buying, you can keep on adding as many times as you like. It doesn't matter how big the parcel is, it doesn't matter how many things you put in, tools, it could be pearls, it could be this, finest, anything. Make as many purchases as you like, you still only pay one postage and packaging. So make the most of this deal. So do I. I think it's something that we really do stand out from many places these days for that reasoning. Rita, you've got yours. Maggie, congratulations. Helen, I've also got buyers in Norfolk and in Yorkshire, West Midlands, Greater London. Congratulations, West Midlands. Everybody's paying that final price tag, and that's $24.95. Sue said, very vintage and very beautiful jewellery, Deb. That's nice, isn't it?
Thank you.
And then we've got Julie saying, hi, could I ask Deb, how do I smooth the end of wire that is going through the ear, and what is the best gauge to use, please?
Okay, my favourite gauge to use is a 0.8.
Which we've got here. That's that one, isn't it?
0.8.
Okay.
You can use a 0.6 as well.
Okay.
But I prefer the heavier gauge because it doesn't distort at all in terms of making an earring. Yeah. And if you're going to smooth it, you can either use the wire rounding tool. Is that one there? So
she's got it.
Hang on, I've got that one. So it's really cool. It's got like a little cup on the end of it. There. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's like a little file in there. So you put the wire into the rounding tool, if I do that, and then you just twist, give the tool a little twist, and it smooths off the edges. So it's like filing the edge. So the other way you can do it is, you know, you can get emery boards. Mm-hmm. I don't use them for my nails. I use them to smooth off, because it's a fine sandpaper, basically, and it smooths off on the wire. So just go round and smooth it off with that.
Oh, that's cool.
And that works.
Okay, so there's different ways. The rounding tool is available. I'm sure we have it. If we don't have it on the website, we will get it back in. It's just that the stock comes in and it comes, my back in by the weekend, pardon me, either next weekend or, of course, the birthday weekend that we've got to look forward to in a couple of weeks' time. Is it 2 weeks? Yeah. Isn't it? It's 2 weeks' time. Gosh, where's the time going? How could it be May? How could it be May? It's my birthday next week, and I just keep on thinking, how could it be my birthday?
This year's going faster.
My mum sent a text going, so what's your plans for your birthday? And I literally had to go, my birthday? And then I suddenly thought, yes, it's my birthday. And actually, what I made more of a panic was that my birthday, and then I've got like this That was a bit spooky, that mine, wasn't it? I mean, honestly. Ooh! We both got a bit of a shock there, did you? Don't even notice that, but we both got a little bit. I think we hid that really well, didn't we? Yes. You're going to get lots of wire. That's it. Lovely. That actually does go to show. Sometimes the reels don't show you how much wire you're getting. No, that does give you, at least it's showing you how much wire.
Yeah, there's a lot on there.
Obviously, we didn't mean to do that, but it does show you how much wire.
The ending as well.
Yeah.
With my pliers.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah. Yeah, you did it, didn't you?
Whoa.
Right. $24.95 is already paid. So, what are you going to show us?
Dear. I'm going to show you how I made the flower.
Oh, lovely.
So, okay, because it's multi-layered.
A multi-layered flower.
Multi-layered.
Pretty. Really pretty.
So, you can then, obviously, if you put that onto a headband or a hair comb or something, it's quite bridal. Or you can even use the 0.4 to wire wrap it onto a hairpin.
Right.
And that would be really nice.
Yeah.
In terms of.
And because it's pearls, they're not too heavy, so you could get away with it on the hairline, couldn't you? For even though the beavers are big, they're not heavy.
Oh, it's not massively heavy. No. In that, the actual design is quite heavy, and it's a brooch that can be worn as a necklace. So if I flip it over, it's a brooch pin on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
So it's two different designs
in
one.
So you've got a bail at the top.
Yes.
But in that design, it's the weight of the wire that makes that piece heavy, not the weight of the pearls. So,
okay.
Right, so we're going to use some 0.4 and the biwas. So all I did is take off a lot of the pearls, and in terms of the size, I sorted out two sizes. So you've got the shorter ones, and then you've got the longer ones. So the longer ones form the bottom round on the flower, and the shorter ones form the top. And then in between, I've taken one of the black spinels. So we've got 5 petals and 5 black spinels. So they alternate along. So on the 0.4, what you need to do is then wrap it round and just then fold the 2 wires over, and we're just going to then twist the flower rather than the wire, and that's then going to fix that. But you want a bit of movement in there at this point, because then what you do is take some of the wire off the reel and hold the flower flat, and then bring your wire across the back and across the front. So round, twist the flower, bring the wire over the top. So you need that extra little bit of space just to allow you the space to put the wire in between those pearls, and then it will start to stiffen up. Now, it doesn't need to actually be completely regular, because you cover it up with the second layer. So once you've done that, all I did was stitch through and pull that through, and then flip it over. And it's really nice because some of the biwas are curved and sort of almost come round as if they're cupping the centre section on the flower. So we've got the wire now coming up through the centre, and what we're going to do is just feed on these smaller ones.
It's great that the 0.4 fits on the
it goes through really easily,
doesn't it?
You don't need to ream or anything, it's super simple. Do you know, on some of them, just make sure you're working in really good light, because if you've taken them off the strand, some of them you can spend hours trying to find the hole.
Because the pearlescence.
Because of the pearlescence, and the texture, it all disappears. So feed those on, and then just bring that round. If you want to, it can be a little bit fiddly. So if you make the second flower sort of off and then bring it in, you can do that. So then feed that through. So all of the little bit of netting, if you like, that we did, mesh that we constructed on the back of the flower, gives you an anchor point to be able to actually stitch your other petals in position. So stitch through over the top, and then this is all adding sort sort of strength and structure into your flower. And then I went round the outside just to keep everything nicely centred on there. So that's basically your flower shape. This one's a little bit wilder because the pearl's a little bit wilder than the other one I made. But I like that. It's like an exotic orchid, this one.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little bit more orchid-like, isn't it?
Yeah. So then, taking the white pearls, again, you're just stitching them into that section in the centre. So, oops. Just move that pearl so the wire's kinked there, so it doesn't want to move down far enough. Come on, talk to your pearls. And they'll line up. So pull that in and then put the next one on. So normally I'd work in threes, but on that flower it just looked like it needed a fourth pearl in the centre. But the black spinel in the centre would look really dramatic.
Yes.
As well. It'd be quite nice. Oh, if you wanted to, you could use your red spinel against these biwa.
Wow.
That'd be amazing,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Especially if you were going for like maybe the, a tropical flower design.
Go orchid with the
bright red.
That red centre.
Is there any left of the spinel? Okay. We're hoping we're going to find out. We're just waiting for the final quantity of how many we've got left of the spinel. If I've even got five left, or 3 left, or 1 left, I think perhaps it's worth us just reminding you about it. So I'll find out. Yeah, we'll let you know once we've learnt. So you've added the 3.
So I've added the 3 and stitched them in place. And then if I just take my wire, whoops, this wire is misbehaving tonight. So I used then for the leaf section the 1mm wire and just shaped up the leaf shape just by putting a kink in the end. And then just bring, I've put 2 in now. Stop it, behave. Bring that round, and then make the leaf shape. So that's the one, and then use 0.4 to fill it in with the spinel.
Oh, right, nice.
And then what I did was take the wire. So I actually used a long length of the 1mm wire because what I wanted was it to fit through the back of the flower. So that will then give it a stem and leaves. So through the web again of 0.4 at the back, you can feed that through and then use your 0.4 that you've been using on your flower to actually then wrap round this section to form a stem. So take the 2 ends of the wire. You could also use the 0.8 to wrap across the top. So whichever, if you're going to carry on and use it then to build a frame, I use the 0.8 to wrap over the top after I'd wrapped it on with the 0.4, if that makes sense. I then covered everything up with the 0.8.
Yes.
So just stitch around on that 1mm, and then stitch it on back through the front and then back to the back, just to make sure that's really well secured and it's not going to move anywhere. And then obviously you can do your leaves, you can do additional buds and bits and pieces, flourishes. and then trim that away. So that's then, obviously you'd have your black spinel in there as well, but that then makes your flower.
That's perfect, isn't it?
So you can, yeah, you could use it in all sorts of different ways then. Brooch or necklace.
I love that. I quite like that one because it just feels like it's a little bit more.
It's just a bit more flamboyant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like full bloom, which I presume it would be in terms of that expanse of the petals bursting out. And gorgeous. And I guess you could just play with the different shapes before you start making your flower. Yeah. Choose and what kind of size of flower, what kind of design do you want to master. Before you then put it together.
The other strand that I had, a lot of them were a lot thicker in terms of the width. Whereas these are a lot finer and elongated, so that's going to affect what sort of flower you make.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's nice.
Fabulous.
Each one's going to be individual. I
like it. I like it a lot. And I do like the fact, I do apologise. Imagine if you just tuned in. Imagine if you just tuned in. We had a little bit of a freak moment with our wire. It was a bit spooky. It was a bit spooky. We got a little bit freaked out, didn't we?
We did.
But in some ways, it's quite good to see what 10 metres of wire can be. I think sometimes we say 10 metres and you forget how much wire you get. I'm going to place this to one side.
I've substituted. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know. It didn't happen. The only reason I want to keep the wire out, and obviously congratulations if you've got the kit, and the reason I want to keep the pearls out is because, excuse me, oh, pardon me. I want to just recap on our very exclusive world premiere, and I will say probably the only time you're going to see this is this evening. Your very own scorpion red spinel. We're looking here at natural red spinel, and we're talking about some of the most deluxe rare colour that we have ever seen. Now, the quantity we have left, the reason that I'm raising this now is that we have 25 left in stock. Now, that's actually a really decent quantity. However, there is 50 web buyers who haven't checked out their baskets yet. Now, that is a real anomaly within our business. We never normally have that kind of ratio of non-checkout to product availability. I mean, normally it's the other way around, where perhaps we've got a decent quantity and we've got some, but we never normally have 50 people who haven't checked out and 25 and so that is just a total bad ratio for us, because it means that at least 25 people could miss out. But if you don't want to miss out, and this is why we're raising it, because we genuinely are saying that's it. We're giving you the facts. not 25 left, 24 left. I've got Phil literally watching availability disappear. If you want this deal, if you want this deal, then you do need to make sure you check out your basket at JewelleryMaker.com. Or, of course, if you've just fallen in love with this deal at $24.95, an amazing opportunity. Why is it called Scorpion? Jane says. Beg your pardon, Jane. Yes, we went through this when we launched it at 8 o'clock. So forgive me that I haven't introduced this and the reason that it's called Scorpion. So in the 13th century, this gemstone was graded by a very well-known Arabian philosopher, and when he graded this colour of gemstone, he graded it in 4 different ways, and it was based on the brightness and the redness of the gemstone. And the brightest and the best, the finest red of all spinel was the Scorpion red, and actually that's where the name derives from. So for us, this is our finest ever red natural spinel, and this has got that scorpion richness, that vibrancy, that lift of colour, and it's available right now while stocks last. And Scorpion, for many people, Scorpion red, it's probably a more historical terminology, but it's something that really does hold its own when it comes to the natural brightness of this gem. And Richard Wise said this was the most extraordinarily rare gemstone that he's ever seen. And And the nice thing about it is that you've got it for $24.95. And I think, you know, in some ways, there's no surprise that this was going to be one of our birthday celebration deals when we then took you so low for such a rare find. You know, Richard Wise is one of the most respected gemstone connoisseurs in the world, and he's saying that this is an extraordinarily rare find. It's fair to say that we want to make sure that you don't miss out, which is why when we've got 50 people who still haven't 50 people who still haven't checked out their basket and less than 20 now in stock, somewhere along the lines you could miss out. If you don't want to miss out, then please pick up the phones. Please don't miss out on that deal. A very special opportunity. Right then, let's go. Oh, how do you fancy?
I've got this.
Have you? What about if you wanted to make something really classic with your Spinel? You've got the Spinel, and then you've got your little heart-shaped magnetic clasp. Hang on a minute, this is sterling silver. What price have you just said? Did I hear you just say $5.95? What? Well, no wonder this sold in vast quantities when it first came to air. This is a last of stock offering. This is nothing other than an absolute giveaway. $5.95 for a solid sterling silver gold-plated heart magnetic clasp. You've got there the additional rings, which means obviously it works as a connector if you want it to. But just take, whoa! I mean, that gives you that really does show you how strong the magnetics are on this. That we've got that type of strength. Now, they're $5.95. It will be a sell-out deal. It really will be. It's first come, first served that we can bring you. You can see the magnet on either side. And it literally is just as simple as that. But if I just show you the strength of the magnetic, if I give it a little pull there, that's not going. What you have to do to then release the magnet is actually to almost twist it and then release it. That's the only way that you can get it. I mean, if you got a nice solid chain and you wanted to, or gemstones like the Spinel, and you wanted to just make something really simple and classic, I mean, the job is already done for you with this clasp, isn't it? Because you've got the detail, you've got the style already placed within the clasp itself. Okay, that's going to be a sellout. That is going to be a sellout deal. Congrats! 3 grams of silver for $5.95.
When I say I've got this, I actually got 3 of them because I just love it so much. Such well-made piece again.
Totally, and especially at $5.95.
And $5.95,
and it's got the stamp of 925 on it, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
So if you're selling your jewellery, it just gives you that. Yep, you've just got the stamp 925. You know it's the real deal. Fabulous, fabulous. Let's do this one. That's pretty, isn't it?
It is.
Very pretty. Now, you've got that luxury of your button pearls, and then you've got this lovely detail of your cubic zirconia, which then just almost waves against that silver.
I was thinking it's like a river between hills.
Oh, nice. I like the way that sits on the wrist, actually.
Yeah. That's really pretty.
Because I think a simple, one of our slider chains, simple connect. And I know that often lots of people go, but that's, is that really jewellery making? Yes.
Well, yeah.
100% you're making your jewellery. It doesn't matter how you make your jewellery, but if you're making jewellery, if you're taking components, no matter how many components and how simple those components can be to put together, it doesn't matter. If you're making jewellery, you're making jewellery. And for some people, if you want to make jewellery, it doesn't matter. The diversity of jewellery making is what makes this a great hobby. Sometimes you want to make the most elaborate pieces. You want to go for the most dynamic designs and take months or years or weeks to make it. And then sometimes you still want to make jewellery, but you want to keep it simple. I want to make jewellery. I love the experience. I like the feeling of making something for myself. But actually, I really like that quick the reward of making jewellery quite quickly. That's just what I love. Angela's just said, Vicki, there's some awesome lightning in Hampshire right now. Not much thunder though. Oh, I'm driving straight. Literally, I've got 50 minutes and then I'll be in the car. is the wiper's going to be like this.
Yeah.
Nice. $6.95 is all you pay. Congratulations if you got that. You know what that reminded me of? You know that when I did that, and I don't know whether you've ever seen it. It's a very old film. It's called Clue, and it's a film that's based on Clue Door. Right?
Oh, no,
and
not
it's
seen
a comedy, and it's very old-fashioned, but it's very, very funny. It's very quirky, and it's got the guy. Oh, what's his name? I used to love him. I haven't seen him in anything for ages. Anyway, if you ever see it, it's called Clue, and the first scene is everybody turning up at this house, and it's obviously the Mrs. Scarlett and the Colonel and people like that, all turning up. The characters of Cluedo turn up to this house, and it's stormy, rainy, and this old car is like kind of the wheels going like that. They're just going absolutely
like doing nothing.
That's it, exactly, doing absolutely nothing because it's raining so hard. I had that image of myself just like kind of imagining the rain coming down that hard. Hopefully not. £6.95 for this beautiful combination of your pearls and your cubic zirconia in your silver setting. £6.95 is a great price, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had more of those. That could be a sellout deal, that one. So if you do want a guarantee, now is the time to do so. Let's go straight on to oh, these are pretty.
Oh, I've got some of these as well. Yeah. I see things and I'm like, oh, yes.
Yes. I'll take that. I'll take 12 of those.
I nearly used them, actually. What did I use them in? Nearly used them in earrings.
I really like these.
Oh, for my sterling silver kit, I was going to add them in. And then I thought, no.
Keep them.
Keep them.
Keep them for myself.
Yeah.
Take a look.
I just think they're gorgeous because they're like bulbous drops of silver that actually looks like it's dropping.
Yes, it's like a teardrop, isn't
heavier,
it?
Yeah.
I'm going to rotate this because I want you to see the size and the depth of these.
Look.
These are lovely. I think, see, I wear very, very simple jewellery, quite small, delicate jewellery. I think I'd wear these in a little drop pair of earrings. I'd even add them to my stud earrings.
Yeah,
so I've got like pearl earrings and I've got diamond stud earrings, and I might just add those to the post of my earrings.
Tiny little stud, and then you've got that.
Yeah, a little drop, just as a little detail, nice. But what about if you wanted to add an addition to an extender chain? You know, when you make your bracelets and your neckline pieces, and we often say, you know, the detail is in the final flourish. And if you want to do an additional gemstone or an additional finding to the extender chain, this would be a lovely, because it's almost like a little weighted drop, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks really luxurious.
Yeah.
Because you've got that shape that is just abundant. It's an abundant drop of silver there.
And I do like the fact that the size of them is going to really lend itself to loads of different designs in your jewellery making.
Yeah.
It's not just fit for one purpose. This is multiple purpose design. $8.95 for all 10. Yes, you're going to get all 10 for $8.95. You could do a little almost you know, younger generation charm bracelet. You know, I was just thinking, my daughter's asked to make a little charm bracelet, and this is a nice size for a bracelet for her. She's only 9, and I think that she would really like to have that as a little bit of movement, but without it being too over the top. You know,
actually, just threading those onto, you know, the silver plated beading thread we have.
Yes.
The beading wire.
Yeah.
Just thread those on and have them sitting at the front of a necklace, just
Cute.
one length of wire.
Yeah,
and
that'll
those.
do. Lovely. Just a little bit of movement. That would work really nicely, wouldn't it? $8.95 for 10. I haven't showed you all 10, but you are going to get all 10 there for $8.95. And how much, I mean, when you think about it, how much detail are you wanting to achieve with your jewellery? If you just want that final flourish of detail and design, this is the freedom of working with something that could do that for you in a very easy way, couldn't it? And that works out to what, 89p each?
Little charm rings would be nice with those as well, wouldn't they? Because they're not too heavy and...
Yeah, it works very nicely. Let's go.
Oh, I haven't
Adding
got
a little
these
bit more
ones.
detail. You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Yet. I think the word is yet. I haven't got these.
I will be soon, I hope.
Yes. These... Now, all I'm going to say,
nice.
right, a little bit of satin cord. This is what I'm thinking. Satin cord, right? One, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. One satin cord.
It looks like it's made to sit there.
Just sit.
I can't move my hand, so
You can see it's just
you can
here.
see it.
There it is. But can you see? Because on obviously you've got all of the little detail of the cords and the threads that you've got on here. That would look
That's
perfect.
better.
That would look amazing as just a little addition to that type of style.
Yeah.
Now, you're definitely going to buy these. I know you
I
are.
am.
Yeah, I can tell that you're this. Because can you see how they move? And when they move, they're almost like they're like a Chinese lantern, you know, catching the light and playing with the light.
Look at that.
Oh, I like that close up. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
That's really nice. £4.95.
That means, yeah, that means you're adding so much detail for less than £1. And the thing is that you only need a little bit of detail like this
You
to
could
then
actually
see some real potential to impact your jewellery.
You could get a fine chain through there as well. Because that bracelet would fit, and that.
Yeah, your
Actually,
bracelet would.
The popcorn slider.
Yeah.
Look
at the size of the drill
That
hole.
would fit through there easily.
Yeah, that's got a good spacer in
Yeah.
it. So you know the popcorn slider chains that we've got, that would fit on the popcorn
take that
slider.
off?
Well, no, because we've got it here.
It fits. 100% guaranteed that will fit on there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've put a bead on that travels up and down, and that would work in the same way.
That would look
on there.
lovely.
Be really nice.
I like that. And that's my kind of jewellery. That just goes, yep, I'll be buying those. I like that idea. And the thing is because you're getting 5, again, it's that idea of you make something, somebody will say, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I can make you one if you want.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. And it's not something that takes too long, but it's something that really gets your attention grabbed, doesn't it?
Yep.
$4.95 is all you pay. Right, let's go. Let's do some jump rings. But these are not just your traditional jump rings. These are your satin finished. I love this texture. This just takes you straight to the Italian look of the moment. Textured metalwork at the moment is massive. But this, it's got that sleek, satin smooth quality about it. It's almost a sin to classify these as a mechanic to jewellery when they look this good. It's inappropriate to say that. I need to show you them together because I don't know whether you can really see the satin finish until they're all together, just via our cameras.
If you put it with the head pin that's in the findings pack, you might see
the difference
in the metal.
So can you see in fact, let me put more on and then you can see. So they've got this really beautiful satin quality.
They are lovely.
Yeah, they
really
look very
expensive.
I was just going to say, I think if you use these, even again, just going on a simple chain and you just wanted to use these as little detail to move on a chain, that looks very expensive. Because of the finish of the actual metalwork, it looks way more expensive than perhaps even just your standard sleek silver design. $6.95. Love these, really love these. I wish I had more of these. I apologise if I don't have as many as I want to have. I think that these could be really worked into some stylish jewellery.
Oh, that's beautiful. Just putting those on a leather cord.
Nice.
And then ribbon cord end at the back.
Yeah.
That's,
That works for me. For $6.95, you could actually indulge in 20 as well.
Yeah, you could.
You know, if it was any more, you'd probably want to break them up and say, oh, I'll do two lots of 10. But because it's $6.95, you're going to go, no, actually, I want that impact. I want that. That's a little bit more striking, isn't it? Congratulations, you got that. I love those satin finish. I think that will be a sellout deal, that one. So congratulations if you got that. Let's go. I've got... Oh, hang on a minute. Lattice spacer beads.
Ooh.
And they're open lattice as well. They're not closed. Can you see? They're all open. So you've got all of the weaving.
Yes.
Look at those.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Aren't they? And again, I want to go back to just the simplicity of each one of these looks like it could hold its own.
That's gorgeous. Can you, just one of those on a chain, and you could actually maybe attach on some sterling silver head pins some different coloured gemstones, so maybe a rainbow of gemstones going round.
Nice.
That'd be beautiful.
Almost like a disco ball,
yeah,
isn't it?
and they'd all move.
But
It'll
because
move.
it's not a disco ball like we've had, because we do
No.
have disco balls. This is an open grid formation, so it's much more lattice-like. Can you see there? It's got that weave form of the silver work. And if I just show you...
Imagine trying to make one of those.
Yeah, don't even want to think about it,
No,
really.
not really.
Yeah, the craftsmanship that we put into it, we often don't apply the pricing of the craftsmanship that is invested into each one of these. You're going to get 3 of these. I would say, for me, the size of these, it could be a suite of jewellery.
Yeah.
I'd do a pair of earrings,
Yeah.
just simple drop earrings like that.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'd go with a single chain on just one set.
Yeah.
And so I would wear the earrings sometimes, but I'd wear the pendant all the time, and then I'd just drop them in and out. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
$7.95 is all you pay for all 3. Now, as I say, with all 3, that means a full suite of jewellery, really, essentially, that you could be making for yourself. All 3, or all 3 all together, you know, just to make the impact really happen. And perhaps that could be the focal point for a nice elongated lattice necklace, elongated Lariat necklace. Thank you. I knew it with an L. That's it. $7.95 is all you pay. Right. I have got to say one thing. Last chance saloon. This is genuinely the very last chance I can give you to own this gemstone. And I have still got over 50 people who haven't checked out. That's over 50 people who haven't checked out. And I have less than 20 left in stock. Now that ratio, that really does disturb me. Could you imagine 30 people plus are going to miss out on this?
Yeah.
Now that's the wonder of of not checking out. It's as simple as that. That's it. It's just the case of if you don't check out, you lose out on this one. And I don't want to be too blunt about it, but this is your final chance. This is absolutely your final opportunity. Your very own Burmese scorpion red spinel, scorpion heralding from the 13th century, describing the brightest, richest colour of natural red spinel. And that is exactly what we've got for the very first time, probably the only time that we'll be able to offer this to you at $24.95. Please don't hesitate and miss out on this. Some might call it Jedi worthy colour, because that's in the gem trade the ultimate illuminating natural colour of spinel. This is a defining moment for us to introduce it to you, but this is your final chance within our live show for us to give you this exclusive access. And we did take you lower than we needed to. We should have been at 30. We went to $24.95 for it to be a sellout. Final chances to confirm. This is it, your final opportunity to say yes, yes, yes. An amazing, and I have to say, for me, an honour to introduce it to you. Should have been part of our birthday celebrations. And if this gives you a flavour of what our birthday celebrations will be in just a couple of weeks' time, then I'm pretty sure that you will be hooked to your screens when we start with gemstones of this order going to prices that, we could be double or triple the price tag and still justify it. So congratulations, one and all. Thanks so much for your company tonight. Thank you so much for your inspiration. It's been lovely to have your company.
It's been really nice
Absolutely
to
glorious.
see you.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen each other for ages, so it's nice to spend an evening together, and even more so to spend it with you. So thanks so much for your company. We'll be back with you live at 8 AM tomorrow morning. Take care.